Hi, Internet! Welcome back to the stream! Hope you're doing well this evening. Sir Augustus! Hi, how's it going? Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, depending on what time zone you're at. It's another stream, right as you're heading to bed. Sir Augustus, get some sleep if you need. Also, Revney, hi! Yeah, so, I'm doing pretty good. Had a pretty reasonably chill day at work as processing samples. So many samples, so much pipetting. You hit diamond for the first time ever today? Fucking congratulations! Woo! Climbing! And with nothing but frostbite? Yeah, that's kind of, that's an achievement. That's an achievement! I take it you've been having fun with the frostbite, so good to hear. The plan for this evening is I'm gonna maybe try and climb, because here's the problem. I'm 670 right now, which means I'm going to be moving around as people try and climb. So I'm like half debating trying to climb myself. I might actually just do it, because at this point, if I don't make it to seasonals, okay, I don't hit a tournament, but I have definitely hit the qualifications at least once, so I know what it feels like. So I think I will be doing a little bit of climbing on stream in between viewer submissions, and those will be going into normals. I think, though I don't want to chicken out. If we fall below 100, definitely I'll just bring them in Masters. However, if we somehow like crest top 500 or something, then I will chill it down and play the normals, which, to be fair, we saw like Revna and Red Gwen there yesterday, so hopefully that makes sense. Also, I studied biology for a while, currently working more as like a biochemist sort of position. Chemical biology, biochemistry, somewhere in that space. I never went to get a master's or a PhD, so my bachelor's degree at this point is just kind of like finding things that I can learn and do in the lab, which is very fun, but it also means I've done some random fucking shit. Like, if you would like me to set up solvents for a liquid chromatography system, I can do that, which is not typically something that they train you on in biology, but I can do that. Instrumentation is fun, except when the instrument breaks 40 times in a row for no fucking reason. So yeah, I'm actually just gonna bite the bullet and just try a game. Can you make LSD though? I don't think I could easily make LSD. If we could we could probably make explosives or something if we really wanted to, with the freedom at which you can just order stuff. But drug-related chemicals are pretty locked down. I think it's quite the process. I think it is quite the process. If I ever did decide to develop drugs, though, I mean, I could definitely pipette out reasonably accurate quantities. Oh boy. Don't do drugs. Some drugs. Weed is fine. Don't do drugs, and also don't make the drugs unless you are fully prepared with a super clean lab for that. This is a mirror match, so we'll see how this fucking goes. That's an okay-ish opening. We'll see how this result evolves, because that's horrible. That's a little bad, but golly, I can certainly equip my darkened bloodletters. Here's where the downward spiral begins. I am. Hopefully that's not what's happening here. Forsaken Vakai is actually not happening, so let me cast my cultist. And then we shall equip, and then we shall do other things. No one does drugs? Asking for a friend. No one at all. Drugs don't exist. They are lies. Why do I have all three momentous choice in my hand? I don't know, but by golly, it's annoying. By golly, it does suck a whole lot of bit. Oh my god. Oh, good lord. Alright, well, I'm gonna punch him in the face. And that was successful. That's terrifying. I don't like that tutu just sitting there looking at me. Something that's the early drop. That counts. That actually does count. That counts enough. That's enough of something that I can use in this context. Yes, and then we'll do the swing back on the next turn. Yeah, that sucks. So we take 4, but we can swing with a decent amount next turn ourselves. We will be top decking the cane. They only have 1 cultist right now, so they either have an opening or they are going to be a little shit out of luck for a turn or 2. Or I can just do this, which is very fancy. I like the big, I like this guy. This will be fun. I can momentous choice it. I can make my many momentous choices here. Fantastic. Okay, so they could have strikes here or something. That's an unforgiving cold. So hear me out. Hear me out. I would like to buff that to actually kill the other thing there. So that trades. They do maintain the same amount of HP, but we should get another attack, I think. So they use the momentous choice in response. They really do want to keep it, which is kind of interesting. But if that's all they've got, I'm gonna force this. I'm gonna force this. Fuck off. No one has any mana anymore, but I at least have a cane. Yup, and then we can do this. Trading HPs, essentially. That was so bad. That was just so bad for everybody. Absolutely horrendous for everyone involved. There's 2 canes. I don't need 2 canes. 2 canes is a little bit of a sucky situation, but for now, let's do this. They're never gonna guess that 3rd momentous choice now. They're never gonna have any inkling that I have it in hand. That's my big secret. It's called momentous choice for a 3rd time. Okay, yep, that's fine. I wish the cane got an HP buff here, but we shall survive. We also have a freeze, which is just kind of nice. Excuse me. Give me that. Give me that. I do have another cane in hand. I could use the shadow step here, but I think this is probably okay. Yeah, okay. Elusive down. No cane. 2 equips, I believe, which means that okay, so they finally do have the cane. We have the frostbite. So I think as long as we bang for frostbite, we're just totally fine. We're just gonna chill for a hot sec, cast that unforgiving cold, protect our stuff, hopefully heal a little bit, do some stuff, block with the 3-2. They are finding Aatrox, so we have to be cognizant of that. 1 mana remains though if they cast the Aatrox, so it would be a little bit of a risky move for them. Unforgiving Cold here is unfortunate because it's not a great interaction. This is an okay interaction though, because at least we get a body out of it, and then I could potentially cast the Zolani at some point. That's okay. I am kind of debating the cane here. We could cane and then see what they do and then freeze them, which I feel like is not a necessarily terrible option. If it's an Aatrox though, it's gonna be a little questionable. If they burn all my mana, it's like super duper questionable. Well, let's see. The tempo of the game is already pretty off here, I would say. Okay, so let's risk the cane since they did a cane. We're also equipping and finding our Aatrox finally. Thank you very much. I do like that a lot. It's very good. Yes. It's very useful. Frostbite here is fine. So the quick attack is a concern, but that's kind of the only big one, I would say. Kind of the only big one. Because they can't buff that. They can't buff the cane to be able to, or can't buff the Ranger Knight to be able to kill my cane here. So that seems alrighty. That also doesn't have regen. So I think we can just go around here. We also have another cane, which is kind of nice and handy dandy and stuff and things. I'm gonna actually go for the swing before they have a Aatrox with which to do stuff. Alright, let's try this. And okay, up to 19 if this all goes. They block something with a 6-1. We don't have any freezes, unfortunately. I probably don't want to risk the 1-1 into that, I think. Okay, yeah, so we kill a cane, that's fine. We do have cane as well as a shadow step. He's getting a little chunkier. He's getting slightly chunkier off of this. Yeah, a 5-3 into a freeze, of course, so that if I go for the Aatrox with the shadow step, that's not gonna work. Not even with a momentous choice anywhere close. They're down to 6. So our position here is okay. That's a heedless resurrection. I forget that some decks actually do run heedless resurrection. It makes some sense, but it is kind of, it's still slightly clunky, I think. Let's do Rost.
Yes.
So we have a 5/6, and we've got this. Actually, if that's all they do, this is super. This is actually super tempting. Let's see if I do a cultist, if they'll take the bait. Because what I want them to do is I want them to cast Aatrox here for bait. Okay, they didn't take my bait, unfortunately, but hopefully they will take this. Well, unless we want to challenge one of the defectors. But I think I'm still just gonna go for that Kane here. Also, ignore the lifesteal cheat. Wait, lifesteal cheat? Also, hello, Weon, what's going on? Don't congratulate me too early. I am still a little worried about, you know, just managing to not lose too much LP. But so far it's looking all right. I have no idea how this game is actually going to end because, it's an interesting time to be alive. Oh, lifesteal is cheating? Oh, but I love lifesteal. What are you talking about? Lifesteal's the bomb. Gotta throw in when I gotta get a chance. Sure. Thank you for the deck code. Okay, yeah, hit that. Great, wonderful. We're at 20. I could have been hitting with my elusives more aggressively, which would have helped me just win earlier. So that's a mistake on my part, but hopefully we won't be horribly punished by it. Hopefully not. I still am wondering when they're going to be Aatroxing, because I don't think they've got a terrible number of weapon strikes down, so I think we're still ahead on our World Ender by a significant amount, and again, open is lethal, because or almost lethal. Open is almost lethal because Unforgiving Cold will target Rost first, and only one of our elusives. Think you're lacking faith? I definitely can. Thank you for your faith indeed. I am hoping that that is the case. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep passing the turn. I'm just gonna keep full-blown ignoring them until they do something that's super fucking alarming. Furious Wielder is bad. They can level the Kane and take out an elusive in this turn. Should they do that? Aatrox, they drop so low that they'd only have 4 mana. We have the same amount of mana, so similar risks, I think, if Aatrox is cast over there versus over here. Yeah, theirs is 8. Let's find out what ours is here. It is 10. Oh, we're actually behind. Oh, because they got the Sterado Aatrox off of that. That actually makes sense. That's a 4/5. So, yeah, one of the elusives dies as expected. They don't have Frostbite, so they could have choice, and that's about it, actually. I think they can have choice. I think they can have a Mentis choice here. Obviously, we do need to block. That is not a threatening amount of damage. Neither of this is going to be super problematic, hopefully. I am going to risk this, though. I think I'm going to risk this, because that wipes a couple things off the board. If they have Furious Wielder, that's an issue. But if they have Furious Wielder, they kind of just have Furious Wielder in general. So let's go with this. Okay. Everybody's healing a little bit. That's fine-ish trade. I guess I could have gone with the Mental Choice a little more aggressively there. But right now, looking okay. All right. Yes, I think I will just commit a pass. I'll just commit a pass. Okay, so they almost have that World Ender affordable right now, which is terrifying. If that tries to strike something, I can't save it from the Kane. Yeah, I can't save that from Kane, unfortunately. So that does level and get cast here. But we're not dealing enough damage around, I think. And they do have to cast it now. Yeah, 5/4. Can't do that. Equip Aatrox and level it.
Drown in shadow.
Yeah, that's an option. They've used a Kane spell. They haven't used any wielders. Nor have I at this point, though, which is interesting enough. Yeah, let's put this somewhere. Let's put this somewhere at least, I think. Not on the elusive anymore. They obviously recast Kane, which will have a weapon that's +3. Okay. That's a 6-6. I still have a 6-7 here. Don't play Aatrox Kane. You have no idea. It's okay. I'll take advice from anyone. I'll take just general advice. It's chill. I still don't have any, like, you know, things to do here in particular. So that's exciting. I can always just try ripping World Ender, though. If they have an Aatrox, they get an Aatrox response, but they don't get World Ender as well. I'm just gonna try this and see what happens. It, I'm sure dies somehow, but it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, we actually get it somehow. I get that 10-10. Not only does it have the normal Aatrox effects on it, but it also now has lifesteal. Fantastic. Just like base lifesteal. Overwhelm, regen, lifesteal could never been better. I've never turned a keeper into an Aatrox, and man, that actually felt pretty damn good. I actually do like that like a whole lot of bit. That's just a regular fucking ass Staradu, and I also have Staradu. So I'm just gonna do that, and then we're gonna have a fun time where we take all of their stuff. Yeah, stuff. Yay, thingies. All right, you attack, you attack, you attack. You killed that. And then we do overwhelm, and then we have other effectos. We have so many effects, and that's a, that's a 0 mana expanses protection. Absolutely fantastic. I can't quite kill them here, though, unfortunately. I can get pretty damn close, but I can't quite kill them. Because my Mimetis just only buffs by +2, so they'd be at 1 HP. So I think, yeah, we just kind of sit here and then wait for a little while. That's a +0. Okay, so they've used their last resort, and I shall as well use mine, which is to say, fuck you, you have no attackers next turn. Haha, get fucked. The World Ender is extremely affordable. It should be noted. It should be noted it is supremely affordable, but I don't really give a shite, I think. No shites given. Please, pretty please, I just need to attack one more time and then we'll be fine. Everything will be handy dandy and the world will realign with my expectations. I just need things to realign with my expectations, okay? Just need a little bit of that. So you become 7, so it will, I mean, it still dies to pretty much anything here. It still dies to pretty much everything. So I think I am gonna do a good old ignore of the 6-6 Kane. Okay, so they get World Ender. They do get the Aatrox, but they actually can't cast anything after that. They literally can't cast anything after that because there's no more mana. They can't even cast Jural, I'm pretty sure, because that would be... Well, they can cast Jural. They can cast Challengers, to be fair. That is a thing that they can do, but that also doesn't work on champion. Yeah, that doesn't work. Wait, it doesn't work on champions. Wait. It doesn't work. Wait, did you... Okay, there's just memeing. Sorry, I completely had a brain fart. You can't actually cast World Ender when you have the Kane weapon on another champion, because then it's like, well, it's not an Aatrox, so it's not going to transform the Aatrox. So maybe either they didn't know that or they were just hard trolling me. I'm not sure which one it was, but we're under 400 now. We're sub 400. I'm not touching Masters again for the rest of the evening. I gotta win, that's enough. That is enough. I am good enough. Okay, yes, thank you for your deck codes. They are being played in normals now because I'm under 500, which is a bit better than I thought I would be able to acquire this evening. I have made a rule for myself that I literally cannot check my the leaderboard ranking more than once a day, because if I know that if I'm allowed to check it more than once a day, I'm gonna freak the fuck out and be like, oh my god, I lost 3 LP, I gained 1 LP, I've lost 10. It's gonna be a disaster. I have too much anxiety and too much competitive spirit for that shit. Oh shit, we're getting raided! Numbers! Thank you for the raid, and also, hello everyone, welcome in to the stream. For those of you who are just rolling in, we're doing some viewer decks, and also just viewer submissions in general. If you would like to send me a deck, channel points are below. Howdy numbers, hope your stream went well. How are you doing? What were you up to? So yeah, we're taking submissions. Quick note, I usually do these in Masters, but I have just barely managed to scrape under 400, so I'm going to just try and sit. I'm gonna try and sit my butt down and not move. And so in that case, we've got a first deck here from Remney, so let's take a look at that. First deck request of the day, rolling out. Hope everyone's having a decent Monday. I know it is Monday, so how decent can it be? But still, I wish you an alright. I hope you had an alright one so far. Let's paste that in. January 23. Let's copy this deck code. You stream out well and you're doing alright, but you're tired, so going to bed. Good night! Thank you for popping in and for sending people my way. Yes, I think the rest of the stream will be good, so here we go. First request is on you. Oh shit! Unhelpful Yoda. If anyone would like to send in a deck code, Unhelpful Yoda apparently has got your back here. But let's check out Remney's for now. I'm looking at some Bilgewater Orn. Oh god. What am I doing with that? Viewer, Remney. What do I want to call this? Born to win. Because Bilgewater. Oh god, kill me. Let's see. This one. Let's take a look. We are doing Crusty Codger, Three Sisters, Favorite Artisan, Fortune Croaker, Inner Beast, Darkened Spear, Troll Chant, Volpine, Ice Shard, Jagged Cutlass, Tavern Keeper, Scargrounds, Braum, Combat Cook, Gift of the Hearthblood Mender, Spirits Unleashed, Citrus Courier, and Orn. Interesting equip Scargrounds with Forge effects. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. You know what? I'll try this out. I think I can vibe with this. Watch me lose horribly 3 times in a row, but it'll be fine. Let's change our loadout a little bit. Do we want Santa Braum? It's not really Santa Braum season anymore, so I might put that on the back burner for a hot minute. Let's do Piltovan Rooftops. I haven't actually done that one in ages for some reason. I could not tell you why. I just haven't clicked on it in a long time. Okay, let's jump in. Normals, because I'm terrified. I am terrified. We're looking at... What are we looking at? Who's our opponent? Bring me somebody! Bring me... Okay. Akshan! You fit my title so well. The Kai, the Sai, however your name is pronounced. You fit well with the stream. Hi, Pick Me Girl. What's going on? Time and dedication. Permanent, not fleeting. Man, I can top deck Orn. I hope it's a different Orn. I hope it's not the same exact Orn that we saw before. If they do nothing here, I'm actually tempted to just go with the Spirits Unleashed. And then other stuff later, I suppose. Yeah, I'm just gonna smack your Nexus a little bit. Just punch it lightly. A light jab in the side. Yes, good. Alright. Yeah, look at my 2-5. That's so swole. That's a time trick. What are you finding? What is their win con? Is it just, I mean, Akshan Hexite or something? They haven't cast Hexite. They're not predicting into too much. They time tricked twice, so they're trying to find Akshan? That's 3 time tricks. What the fuck is your hand? What is this turn? It was the Spirits Unleashed into 3 time tricks. Who are you? How much power over time do you have? What the fuck? Alright, well, I didn't expect that, but here we are, I suppose. I kind of like Favorite Artisan here, because I can actually Troll Chant in the face of an Akshan, and they can't really swing very easily. So I am gonna do that. I'm just gonna have a good time, and they're advancing the landmark. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let me have, Courier? I could also do this, but I have really nothing to forge, so let's go with Combat Cut for now. Combat Reel is fine, thank you very much. We have Ice Shard, and we have the Time and Dedication. So I could forge this guy, make it a 4-3. which I don't hate, actually. Well, let's try that, and then swing, and then hope that they leave me alone. Orn is 2 turns away, which is actually surprisingly close, and he is, of course, a lovely 5/5. They're drawing so much. They're getting so much value. Yeah. 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 Yep. Yep. Punch that. Yep. That's a 7/6, motherfucker. How do you feel about the 7/6? Good? Good. Go down to 5. Don't need the heal. Don't need the eye shard. Well, if we can find Scar Grounds now, actually, that would be quite excellent. I still don't quite need the heal. I can forge the 7/4 though. That's almost counted down. We don't need this. I could trigger a rally with the Citrus Courier off of the Ice Shard, which I need to remember. But for now, I think I'm just gonna do this. Also, Monochrome, good night, good evening. How's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Is that a biggest dickest deck? It is a pretty biggest dickest deck. It's an Orn Forge, Scargrounds, Bilgewater deck that has a rally off of Citrus Courier, which I think is actually pretty fancy. I like that concept. Also, that's just a whole lot of landmarks happening over there, so their timing is actually pretty precise. I don't know if they want to be doing that on 6, considering they could never actually really strike with an akshan the way they wanted to, but I'm gonna just cast my Orn, and we're gonna have a happy fun time. Yeah, copy that, actually. That's a great... That seems fantastic, in fact. And then, boom, that's a 10/9. Here's the tough. The shadows on the board got stuck. I think they're always there, actually. I think they might always be there, but I could be wrong. Either way, I will make the ship go, because it's entertaining as fuck.
What was theirs is now ours.
Stop stealing my stuff. That's a sandstone charger. Boring. That's okay. We got answers. That's the Preservarium. Also boring. We've got things to do with that. As in, I'm just gonna fucking hit you in the fucking face. 13, 12, Orn. Let's fucking go. They just got there. Is that a wild Elzon? It is a wild Elzon. You know me, always wild. Just absolutely fucking feral. That's fine. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And that's a Sands of Time, which is absolutely fine still, I think. I mean, we're still leveling my Orn dude, which is what I was hoping for. Yeah, we're still leveling the Orn. We're still dealing some Nexus damage. Their Akshan's annoying, but so is it always annoying. Here we go! Punch it, punch it, punch it.
You wanted the god of the forge, you got him.
Yeah, you oversized fucking Yordle. He really is an oversized Yordle. Give me Scar Grounds. I would be so much buffer if I had Scar Grounds. That's a one of those actually things on the Warlord's Horde. What are they winning with from here? I'm at 20 HP. I don't know if they are winning with anything from here, but by golly, they're trying. I am gonna Ice Shard into Citrus Courier here. Playing mono blue is weird. I feel like that is a fair statement, yes. Mono blue is indeed weird. Opponents, sometimes you think about plays where they cast a 1 mana on the stack and just surrender. Look, I kind of understand it though, because sometimes you run into blue and you're just like, wow, I hate my life and everything involved with it. So we do that. Boom. Great. Yeah. And then we pop this boy down. We pop it down real quick, and then something. And then something. Evil imperfectionist. What are you duplicating? What are you duplicating? What are they duplicating? Blue players hate fun. Sad part, you're playing mono blue artifacts. They had time. Artifacts are weird. Also, for the Magic players who may be in the chat, are you looking forward to Phyrexia? Because I've been seeing some of the Phyrexia stuff coming out, and it looks, I mean, it's Phyrexia. They're super pretty. They look super strong. There's so many just like very overpowered effects. Phyrexian mana, pay 2 life. Life's a fucking resource, you know? Also, C, hello, welcome back. Blue, you lost something? Wait, what? Catch that wild. I was gonna say I choose you. Just I'm not easily caught, but with enough force, maybe. Gotta grab that Ultra Ball. Never played MTG. Oh, played once or twice with the Friends pre-made deck. We have occasionally made pre-made commander decks to try and convince other people that Magic is fun. I feel like the problem with trying to convince people via commander is that you do get to politic because it's commander table and it's not the traditional 1v1. Like, you're not gonna be nudging your opponent being like, you don't want to cast that and kill me, right? You don't want to do that. Whatchamacallit. But the problem with teaching that way is because it's just like, there are so many cards. You give a stack of 100 things to anybody, and I feel like it doesn't matter what that thing is. They're gonna be like, there's 100 of these in there? But it is a more board gamey feeling to Magic. Anyway, slight tangent about Commander. See, I'm doing pretty well. I hope you are too. Yes. Big news is that I might be in seasonals, but that's the major news. Life is good. I saw humans yesterday. That's also great. Is it Art Like Phoenix? Go brrr. It can aggro control depending on the matchup. Oh my god, Arc Like Phoenix. Oh, that fucking card. I played against it. I've played against it, and man, is that thing just fucking annoying. Birds in general. Take this brick. Don't you mean this deck? Nope. Legit, you could probably crush somebody's skull with the weight of a good Magic collection. Drops 100 cards onto the table. Might be seasonals. I might be seasonals. Barton, wait, is this news? Is this news for you? Look at my rank. I'm 398. 398. Seeing humans is nice. It deeply depends on the humans, but yeah, generally it is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. Yeah, so Remni, we got a pretty quick win with that. We also we saw the leveled Orn. I'm tempted to do it again because we didn't see the Scar Grounds, and also we don't have any other deck submissions, and I was having fun with this, and I don't care because we're normal, so I'm just gonna do it again. Just gonna do it one more time. When's the seasonals cutoff? I think it's in 8 days. I think it's in just over a week. So I mean, I feel like I am definitely safer than I was at 680 when the stream started. But I'm going to be watching it closely just to make sure that I don't fall somehow 300 slots, which I'm assuming is indeed possible. Considering people will be doing a lot in the next few days. So we'll see. The whole fact that my ranking is mobile is, to be honest, kind of freaking me out. It's a new experience for me, okay? I'm kind of freaked out by it. I'm gonna Anaka a 3/3 that healed for nothing because it's what I've got. That's a Seraphine. It's the Seraphine. Oh, it's the... Oh, I just realized they have the Pulse Fire as... Aphelios, not Ezreal. Aphelios, which, like, pretty fucking fancy. That is pretty fancy. It looks so good. And I like that the weapons have their own custom artifacts as well. It's like the, it's kind of like the, whatchamacallit? Like the effects of the Evelyn skin, but also kind of mixed with the Flash Home effect of Pulsefire Caitlyn. I just love the blue. The blue is very good. A top tier blue. I could heal my Nanaka holder. I don't really want to heal the Nanaka holder, and also they just cast that. Oh, but Drum Solo discounted that, although it didn't do very much, so that's totally fine, actually. I'm just gonna heal this again. Got my deck, Starground's nuttiness. Oh, Remni, did you miss the last match? I actually won pretty handily, pretty quickly with it. I'm just doing it again because our opponent chickened out and didn't let me hit with the leveled Orn. Did? Oh, yeah. All right, cool. I want to make sure. This is many Anakas. And, man, if I don't want many Anakas, to be honest with you, that's a stun. I'm gonna actually just preempt the stun by saying everything gets +2. It's a mini Revna happening up in here. Nowhere to be found. Thank you for the deck code. Welcome back, by the way. Appreciate it. So that's over there, and then that's a stun on the big dude. That's fine. Understandable. Have a nice day. My Nexus is still totally fine. Let's draw though, I think. Let's draw a little bit. There's a crusty codger. That's a 4/6. Okay. Forge Chief. I'm still kind of looking for that Scargrounds, but we've been having bad luck drawing it. Top decking it. Let me copy this in. That's a good, long, fat deck code. I like it. Let me paste this in here. Second deck code of the evening. Exciting. Rolling through the submissions. That's a crescendum, right? Okay, so random thing, weapons happening. That's a boom baboonus, which is okay, fine. Have baboon baboon. Okay. I'm tempted to do an ice shard just to get rid of that 2/1 that will be refilling mana. But in general, I think we're fine. I don't know if I need to care about the mana, so I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Healing is an option. You're at 3 of 4, so it will start doing things soon, which is kind of alarming. I'm now gonna, I think, trigger this heal. So that heals, that forges. We have a 4/6, again, +2/+2 on top of deck whenever that is allowed to resolve, if it ever is. And then Combat Cook. Cook is a good one. Cook is cooking up some trouble for our Aphelios player. Herm. What are they thinking about at 7? So they could have stuff like Winding Light, but they're running Aphelios Seraphine, so it's definitely for weapon Seraphine synergy, I imagine, with things like Drum Solo. And also random 6-cost spell helpers, which are they... What is the 6 cost that they want in there? I guess I could definitely be running stuff like Hextech Anomaly, maybe, but I don't know what the use of that would be. There's all the normal stuff like Shock Blast and the thing that makes a couple of Forge Workers. But for Aphelios, what is that? I don't think anything really directly benefits Aphelios. It seems like the Aphelios is just an engine for the Seraphine at this point, which is kind of interesting. That is a Gravitum. They keep Gravituming me. I'm actually just gonna swing then. Again, we are losing the Combat Cook interaction here, but I also want that, and it's a 6/6, and I'm having a grand old time. Grand old time. The times are grand and good. All right, that's fine. My stuff gets punched. It's a big codger. It is a very big codger. It is a 1 mana 4/4, which is a pretty good stat line for anything. If only the combat could have gotten a buff, but I had this in my hand way too early. I would like to know what's on the top now, because we have top decked a couple of ice shards, so what's in there might have gotten, I think, potentially a +4/+4. You will go to seasonals too? I hope so. I don't think I'm gonna, I don't know how well I'm gonna do. Here's the thing. I keep thinking to myself, I'm not gonna do very well. But I'm not actually sure, because I've never really tried to do I've never dedicated effort and time to doing well in a constructed tournament. So if I do make the cut, I'm gonna be asking for a lot of scrimming help, because it will be, the whole lineup thing will be pretty new to me, generally speaking. The most thought I've put into lineup for a tournament is when Kitten and I and Glass were deciding the conditions for the Poro Cup. It's not really complicated. The problem is you can't miss. That's the thing that worries me. Like, the best of 3s go fast. Like, I sometimes do pay attention. Oh my god, it buffed the Braum +4/+4. Perfect target. Absolutely perfect targeting. The lineup thing is just like, the best of these go fast. I've been paying attention to people who have played in seasonals, and I remember around the time that seasonals are happening, I always see people talking about their runs and like how quickly you can get knocked out. So I'm a little scared, but excited, generally speaking. If I go 0-2 in every single match and then get knocked out immediately, like, that's life. Can't kill it. If you miss one, you lose. One early, you lose morale. That is the bad thing. Can't lose morale. You can't kill it. Not particularly, no. And I can pretty much take whatever champion we want now, because worst case scenario, it's just a Fury of the North cast on him to buff him into being able to murder. Infernum is Overwhelm, which is fine. They're trying to level Seraphine here, I imagine? It can put Overwhelm on them too. Oh! Good point! I'm forgetting about the stance swap that I just kind of have in my hand casually. Do they sing with that? They do sing with that. Interesting. I feel like I can just do this for now, actually. That's extremely convenient stat lineup right there. It's incredibly convenient stat lineup. Yeah, and we still have the buff or something in hand, and man, that's a very big Braum. Into a very, actually quite sizable Aphelios. Normally that would be a problem. Yeah, alright. I would like more +4/+4s, please. So if you wouldn't mind just letting your Aphelios die and giving me an open attack next turn. Bonk. Bonk is a good description. It's just like, hi, I have a Braum. He go bonk. He can do a good bonk sometimes. Sometimes he really do bonk good. Yeah, we're just gonna make him a 7/5. That seems great. Or a 7, whatever, how much HP he has by now. That's a Caustic Rift. Which is fine. What do you have else that's discounted in your hand? I don't think anything else that's, like, horribly terrifying. I could also Darken Spear the Braum. Oh, I'm Darken Spearing the Braum for sure. That's an 8/7 with Overwhelm and Regen, and that's a 7/13 now. Fantastic. Never been better in my life. Everybody go, and then you take that for good measure. Yeah, here we go. Boop. Oh, and that mana refill. That mana refill feels a little BM, not gonna lie to you. We will hit Plunder, so I could always, you know, Jagged Cutlass a Poro, I guess? It has Overwhelm, so it's useful. It's a useful fucking Poro. It's a good Poro. We love the Poros. Can I Overwhelm damage if I Ice Shard in our current state of being? Not really. I can increase the damage by +3 at the moment, but I also killed the 3/1, so that's just generally not a great idea.
I hear you, Zon.
That's an Expanse's Protection on the Seraphine, which doesn't commit any buffs. So I am a wee bit confused by that. That is a time trick. Why did they Spell Shield the Seraphine? They could have just cast it on anything to get the level. So I don't know what they're protecting her from. I mean, if only you could Spell Shield your Nexus. I like to get a Spell Shield on my HP so that you can't touch it. It's mine. This is my Nexus, okay? I was here first. There's a little sign on it that says my name and everything. I think. Somewhere in there's a little plaque. Also, Bravado! Hello, welcome back. I'm having a pretty good day. I hope you are as well. Welcome back to the chat and the stream and my daily dose of help me, I'm having problems. That's 9, but we kill Seraphine. So I don't get any super great trades. I do lose the Poro. I am debating how much I actually like give a shit here, so I think we'll just resolve. Wish you could hang an emote sign on your Nexus from Terra saying "Leave me alone." Oh, like a little "Do Not Disturb" thing, like the thing you can put on hotel room handles. Just like, I'm doing things. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, I just don't have this brain space for this right now. Louis Khalifa, I'm sorry, but I just can't handle Seraphine at the moment. It's too much. I'm sorry, I'll drop the voice. I should probably, I should never do that voice. It is a curse. I mean, the combat reel at this point, unfortunately, is also just like a better weapon, so I'm gonna just put that on. Have you ever considered Caitlyn Flurry of Fist and Elusive Ranting? When you have pulled it off exactly once and it was glorious. I once pulled off a Caitlyn kill at like it was versus a Aurelian Soul deck, and it was late game, so of course by that point you're kind of like, all right, I need to pull something out of my ass. And they didn't think about the Caitlyn damage, or they let it, because I think they were running I'm pretty sure they were running Frostbite or Freljord as well. Either they forgot or they didn't know, but they were letting me be, like, just, you know, kill them. There was a time when it was Brilliant Soul was on the board. Caitlyn was attacking, and I think I hit them for like 15 damage. Because so many flash bombs had been able to accrue by late game. It was an amazing experience. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But yeah, Flurry of Fist Caitlyn also sounds fucking amazing. Unhelpful Yoda! Thank you for the deck code. Copying that now. Should give Braum the cutlass and turn the spear into a Naka? Oh, that's actually fair. I'm keeping it on him for stat bonus, but to be fair, we probably don't need that as much anymore. That doesn't do a whole lot, but thank you. He is a zero. He has a 09, I think it was at the time. Yeah, but we could probably swap off Cutlass and be okay here. And then, yeah, Castanaka, we have 3 sisters to protect still. Okay, it also gets a little bit of an HP buff because that's how that works. Oh, Spell Thief! Not my spells! Not my spells. Yeah, I mean, regular Anaka would be kind of nice. That is a Mystic Shot, which is fine. Okay, 4 Anakas for me then. In which case, ooh, it doesn't really matter. Just have Anaka. Have a big buffus, and then I put Anaka on Anaka. I don't know. There's a Pursuit of Perfection. Oh, you baited me. Oh, you fucking baited me. It's Pursuit of Phelios, of all things. Which, you know what? Fucking fair enough. Fucking fair enough. The spell is so dumb. It is pretty dumb. It is pretty dumb. I definitely should have held that Frostbite, but, like, to be fair, that's why I was wondering what the fuck their win con was, because they don't really have any win condition other than Catastrophe, which, to be fair, they were able to bait me into falling for. So I guess it worked. I am slightly salty that it worked, but I have brought Catastrophe myself so many times. I feel like I can't shit on it. I can try to shit on Catastrophe, but I can't because at one point I had like 3 Catastrophe decks up in here. Jebaited? Absolutely jebaited. I was playing my mana so carefully until the Anaka because I was excited about Anaka, and then boom! No more. No more shall my reign of terror continue. Nowhere to be found. Here we go. We've got your code, and then we've got Unhelpful Yoda up next after that. So let me import Vi with Targon. Sparkly gauntlets. Bedazzled gauntlets. Indeed. Actually, this will fit well with my with the shipboard for P and Z. Let's change the sleeve though, maybe, if we're doing a good old Vi. Yours is a pursuit deck? Actually, just kind of proving my point there of I had so many pursuits at one point and now I get more. Fantastic. I'm not complaining. It is a stupid card. I personally am not complaining. Poro Cannon, Gift Giver, Lunari, Dustbringer, Poltelvin, Telstone, Spacey Sketcher, Spell Thief, Zonite Urchin, 1 Zoe. Ballistic Bot, Encore, Ferris, Financier, Guiding Touch, High Note, Mountain Goat, Mystic Shot, Pale Cascade, Rummage, Seraphine, Darkened Harp, Darkened Lowstone, Time Trick, Aphelios, Ezreal, Get Excited, Hush, Loping Telescope, Lunari Priestess, Solari Priestess, Some Treasure, Loop Traveler, Static Shock, Fangs, Victor, Pursuit of Perfections, 2 of them, 2 Sunbursts, 1 Vi, and 1 Celestial Impact. I absolutely love the Singleton soup that you've given me. I absolutely love this. Let's fucking go. Singleton is definitely a mode, by the way, that is going to show up in a tournament that I host in the future. Not the next one. I'm gonna keep my, gonna keep those conditions a little close to the chest still. Singleton would be a fantastic format, I think, for a bunch of people. Or at least it would be a fun thing for a bunch of people. Mono Activia. I'm glad you're enjoying your yogurt over there. I'm glad that you're having a good time with the yogurts. That is Mono Elise. But by golly, I did find things to cast. Oh, I got the turn 1 Zoe. Please don't kill her. Please don't Twilight. Please don't kill my Zoe. Please don't hurt my Zoe. I know it's a 1-up, so I'm gonna lose the Zoe, but still, let me not lose her entirely. Ah! Okay. 2 out of the 6 champions in my opening hand. I am not complaining. I am not exactly complaining. We can discard the star chart here for the traditional good old combo that's gonna kill me because by golly, I cannot get... I can't avoid the fearsomes that are about to happen to my whole face. Moonglow protects the Zoe from things like drains and quietus, but I probably just die miserably. So that's exciting. That is indeed exciting. I'm gonna try and hit them with the Zoe again. There is a guy named Turn 1 Zoe. I hope they live up to their name. I don't care what kind of player they are, but I hope that they, at least when they play Zoe, they at least play Zoe, I suppose. If that player does not play a decent amount of Zoe, if their mastery is not above 100k on the Zoe, we ought to have a conversation about their username. Please don't hurt her, please don't kill her, please don't kill her, please don't kill her. I know you have 2 mana and you have a spooter generator, but please don't kill her. Now you may be thinking to yourself, what are you gonna do with an elusive Zoe when you're facing fearsome lethal? Nothing is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do absolutely nothing and cry because of least levels. That's what we're gonna do. Olive Travelers, you're so small. You were a 3/4 at one point in your whole existence, but not now, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm dead. That's exciting. That's exciting. I guess I could kill Elise here, which is something that is potentially useful. Until I die on the next turn, of course. But for now, bye, Elise. Put your spiders back to normal, and then I will block one of them with a Felio, so that I shall still perish miserably. That's the plan. Oh, it's Demolin. Oh, or they can also just kill me with that. Right, because they run things. Okay. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. Yep, we are absolutely 100% fine. Could use a ping of some sort on that. But also another demolitionist just kills me, so I suspect we are dead. As a doornail, in fact, because by golly, I'm not finding healing. Give me this, I suppose. We're not gonna find healing though. Yeah, we're just gonna find a blocker, to be fair. Aphelios can lifesteal? Aphelios can, but I don't think it's gonna be fast. I mean, I'm taking the estimation that it's not going to be fast enough anyway to be able to negate just Anoxian Fervor or something. Yep. This is a Fervor. Or a Death's Hand, even. Or a Drain. Or I don't think you run Decimate. Okay, there's no Decimate, but there's definitely the Fervor. Okay. Fervor noted. Bye. Let's try this again. Mono Activia, your yogurt is doing wonders for your microbiome. I wish you good shits and good spooterings, but also please leave me the fuck alone. Leave me on the other side of the universe, far away from your shits. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Okay, let's try this again. Once more for the pursuit of perfection. For the pursuit of all things catastrophic. And aggressive. Not actually super aggressive. Just invoke and give me things. I just want a couple of things. That's Lulu Jinx. That's the meta. Okay. I hope they're bad at playing the meta. I hope you're learning to play it and not, you know, doing other stuff right now. I mean, they are brand new to the champions. That's actually a bit of a rare thing there. Super brand new. 490 and 190. Oh, they're so fresh to the deck. Impressive. I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna do a Spacken, and then at least I do have small units to be able to block their shit, and maybe avoid a big ol' dust blowout. Can we avoid the big ol' dust blowout? All right, we're gonna resolve that. Goat give gem. Goat give value. Goat give healy thingy. Felios top deck again. Not so bad at all, actually. Gift Giver gives me a little bit more mana to bank. Yeah. Okay.
The journey is difficult.
And then we can Dusk Petal of Felios. Oh, Poro. Yep, that's fine. Only 2 damage at the moment. Injuring that for the small amount of value that's good for. I guess if I had played the goat, I might have pulled the same way. Maybe pulled the same way. Piltover is here. Give me this. Into this. Into please no murder. Lifesteal stun. Let's take Calibrum, I think. Because removing their stuff is going to be valuable later for sure. Pass, I think. Poros. If the Poros happen, that's fine. Un Poro. Second Poro? So we're taking... How much damage? That's an unfortunate amount of damage. Pulls the 1-2. So he takes 6 or 7 damage just looking at the cards that they have now. Got the Fangs for Invoke, to be fair, and Lifesteal, and that's it. Such a small tutu. Such a little baby tutu. Okay. There's the things. There's actually no challenger happening, which is slightly surprising to me, but okay. Let's deal 2, 6 other spells. Do we really want to deal 2 to that, though? We might be able to take that. We're thinking about Jinx. They definitely can't dump their hand, though, at this point. So wondering how cautious I need to be about that. I'm gonna be a little bit, free with my life total. A little bit free with the life total. Losing a quarter of the life total? I'm not worried, you're worried! I'm actually very worried. Let me, ooh, that's a 2-2. Goat. Goat, and then Calibrum, Fangs next turn. Still got High Note. Still got a couple of spells to cast to maybe trigger some kind of High Note level eventually. Probably gonna take me a while anyway. Spear on the bird. I'm gonna kill the bird. I'm actually just gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna kill the bird, I think. You buff the bird, I kill your bird. Lifesteal is not so bad, but we do have that. Fangs over there. Might take... No, I might take Severum anyway. Yo, there's so many level ups, oh my god. I've never actually had, I think, that combination of champions in my deck, so that 4 things level at the same time, which is just kind of impressive. Okay, so it goes away regardless. Bye. Cast already committed. Actually, that's a question for the chat. What is something I could do that levels 6 things at once? Is there anything that I could do that levels 6 things at once? Because I'm just entertaining myself with the thought, of doing that. So this is leveling off of targeting, created cards, moon weapons, and just spells in general. I mean, it definitely feels like there's more conditions that I could fill to get a full, like, three things are leveling up right now kind of effect. But I'd have to think about what that would actually look like, because I'm not actually sure. Is this the smartest thing ever? I don't hate it, though I don't know if protecting him is actually, like, fucking priority. Yeah, created cards. I would have to stick somewhere in PNZ. If only the Vi like showed you the level up as well, like had a little glowy effect when it happened. That would be great. Okay, so they went for the get excited, so they are starting to lose, or they're starting to drop things from their hand here. We have Lifesteal, we've got High Note, they're buffing Poro. That was 1 mana? Or free from something else, maybe. Jinx here is pretty bad. Jinx is pretty bad. There's a Vi. Unfortunately, a little late. Those are elusive Poros. If that's the only thing, that's okay. I think I will block with both of these guys, so we're only taking 2 damage effectively in total. Not of units, though. I am distinctly out of units other than the Vi. 2 cards left. Aftershock or Progress. I mean, I could cast Progress Day and actually just draw cards this turn. When I have the attack token here. I think I'll just try drawing with this first, though. We found a Sunburst, which is not exactly what I was hunting for. There's the Rummage. So they do dump their hand, but they don't do it in front of anything that we care about, particularly. +1/+2 in lifesteal on this is not the worst. They probably have some way of removing it, but I mean, a 3/3 with lifesteal is not bad, so let's at least put the prospect in front of them and see what they think of us. See what they think of that. Oh, they do let it pass. Exciting. Let's buff it with Gem, I think, and then try and swing with it so that it has at least an off chance of being able to trade with that 3/4 Poro. 15 feels like a much better point of HP. Oh, I can also just hush the Poro. That'd be kind of an expensive hush, but a hush nonetheless. Hushing the Poro now actually doesn't seem so bad. Vi with lifesteal? Oh, I did miss a little bit of healing off of that. You're right. Sorry about that. That could have, probably would have worked better. We had the mana for that. So it would have been still about a 6/4 Vi. But it would have punched a little harder. So there's the Jinx. So they do have that. We're up to 6 here. I can't quite Aftershock her, but we might be able to next turn, except not really at all. 4 to my Nexus, deals, brings me back down to 11. Jinx was, of course, top decked because it's always top decked. They are not going to give me time to cast the anything. They're not going to give me time to cast anything. So I can't kill her next turn for sure. At least before the attack happens. So we're looking at 8 to my face, which brings me down to 3, which means that Get Excited kills me out of nowhere, which is unfortunate. We do have this, so I can actually get rid of the challenger units, which I think is actually pretty valuable here. Yeah, kill the challengers. So that at least can stand in front of the Jinx, so then we might only be taking 3 going down to 8. All things going hunky-dory. And then the Vi will hopefully be around. We do have Sunburst just on open. So hopefully they don't have another Rummage or something. Please don't have another Rummage. Please? A nice beg? Don't have Rummage. Don't have Poro Cannon. Don't have anything that discards. Just to have things that are too expensive for you to cast at 9 mana. The most unlikely scenario. Okay, yeah, so fuck that noise in particular. We're probably opening ourselves up to some kind of response from whatever is in hand. Only they didn't actually empty their hand, which is slightly surprising. Oh, Squeaker. Okay, so they just had the unit there. I can Aftershock the Lulu, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that real quick. Don't mind me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Seraphine's leveled. I'm going to see her eventually one day if I can ever draw her. Man, this level up is such an endorphin rush. All the little pings are so fucking satisfying. Okay, what is Catastrophe at also? 16 of 20. We have the Vi, though. And we do have a Pale Cascade after to potentially do something with. And she'll get tough, which means that all of the little 1/1 pingers can just kind of leave us alone. Victor could actually level here as well. We could do Vi and Victor. But let's do the Vi first. Don't Hexbliterate that. Just by the way, don't obliterate my Vi. I like her. We like Vi, all right? We do enjoy Vi. Right, Smonks? We like the Vi. Okay, we like the Vi. Fantastic. She's hot. Okay. That's the only reason you should like her. Not because she's a decent card in this scenario, but just because she's hot. Victor, please give me a level up. And then 17 of 20. We might be at 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have pursuit. We actually do have pursuit. I might be able to pursue them if they don't surrender. If they don't surrender. If they have a Jinx, we are pretty boned because they will be able to just cast that rocket twice. So here's the Victoire. Please let me Victoire. Thank you for the Victoire. A new vision of progress. What does it look like to you, Victor? What is your keyword? Please get lifesteal. Ah, that is regeneration. Actually not so bad. Now I can block the 1/1s with so much freedom. 19 of 20. I just need a Pale Cascade, and then we'll be great. Yeah, the Jinx Lulu decks, they seem very easy to bully. Not the easiest to bully, but slightly. Sometimes they just lose everything. It's very funny when they do. No! They left! They left! We gotta win, though. But they did leave. Damn it. Damn it!
Stands for victory.
I didn't get the big 30-30. Did do pretty good, though. It was alright. It was alright. If nowhere you're okay with that, I'll leave it there. But I can always do another if you feel cheated out of the pursuit. It's a win, though. Not so bad. Not so bad. And I got to see all of the fun endorphin-inducing level up animations. Good animation really can make your day. Okay, moving along here, I think, unless nowhere you do one in the second round, or third round, actually. Unhelpful Yoda, let me import this. Demacia. You're good? Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Unhelpful Yoda. Demacia, Shadow Isles, Callista. So it's not any kind of black flame. I want to throw out that it might be a Mimi Grand Plaza, but that's because I've been thinking about Grand Plaza recently. Spears, and more spears, and spears. I can't put more in, apparently. Spees! Spears, not spees. Spees just sounds like a genetically modified pea that someone is trying to sell. You, old Grand Plaza? You, old Grand Plaza. To be fair, Opulent Foyer, definitely a better 3-drop. Boisterous Host, Firth, Fading Icon Glimpse Beyond, Lucian, Minion, Redeemed Prodigy, Shark Chariot, Black Spear, Blighted Caretaker. Oh, so I need to pay attention to a little bit to the ephemerals. So Blighted Caretaker, Firth, and Redeemed Prodigy. Oh, right, because the Prodigy Black Ghastly Band. Yeah, okay. Black Spear, Dawn Speakers, Callista, Foyer, Neverglade, and 3 Wraith of Echoes. Oh, this thing that actually gets surprisingly powerful if it can stay on the board. That'll be fun to play with, actually. Okay, let's see. Let's try it. Where is that Callista? Here it is. For once in Hopeful Yoda, I don't actually have anything hanging around in my inventory from you. It's been a little bit. Okay. Oh shit! I didn't realize it has a AMEA World Finalist list here. Nice. Echo Jinx, Sweet Jaggy Waggy with the how much leveled Echo? How leveled is that Echo? 32. Okay, not bad actually. This is okay. Firth one equip. Yeah, I'll take the Firth one equip. You took a break from the Aatrox meta? Fucking understandable, I would say. I haven't quite exhausted my appreciation for Aatrox. But I think if I played it a little more, I definitely would start to die out. There's a predict. Okay. Oh, you found that Hexite crystal real fast. Yeah, kill my Hallowed, I guess. Just qualified for seasonals? Nice. I think I've also qualified. So, good luck. That's exciting. Foyer. I know that I've said that many times. It's just I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I might be able to do it. Yeah. Well, Okay. Yeah, okay. Give me that into fearsome, I think. Or that into their units because of the fearsome. That's another predicty. They do have Hexite, but then everything dies, so they can't really cast that unless they want to give me a free level up. So either they take the damage or they give me a Callista level up. Or they have two of them eventually and the Callista dies, but whatever. Excuse me, part of me takes some damage. Ban Helper before deciding what to ban. Ban Helper? I am not sure what that is. Okay, yeah, thank you for leveling that lady. We still take 4. We can just Opulent Foyer and then Prodigy. I could do many Foyers. I could do so many Foyers. I'm actually tempted to Furith here. Oh, but we get the blocker off of this anyway. Yeah, should be fine. There's a couple out there, but Mastering Runeterra has one on their website. Oh, yeah, no, I should definitely look into that probably. Just so that I'm not, you know, completely fucking unprepared. I will be pretty unprepared, but I could probably be not completely fucking absolutely underprepared. Punch that, I think, because then we can also cast a band and just have a board of things. Full of thingamajiggy whatsits and things. Yeah, let's pull the stuff we can kill. And then cast this. If they have Echo, they go down to 1 mana. He has leveled though, so the time tricks will be free. That's a heedless dropped. Oh, and a leveled Jinx, so we do have to be worried about that. Burst speed as well, so I might lose the challengers. Don't lose Callista though. Don't lose the Redeemed Prodigy. Okay, goodbye. At 14 currently. I'm just gonna go. Thank you very much. No chariots or anything. Oh, but the 3-1 actually does give me a blocker. Because it was the most powerful thing that we had there. That is also 7 damage to their face if they don't block with Jinx and they can't kill it, which at the moment that 3-1's taking damage. So we get them down to 4. Okay, I'll take it. 2 blockers. 1 that I actually am okay with blocking with. Foyer is 4 slots. I don't think we want Foyer. So just Furiths for now. Furith! Have a good time. Extra draw. I don't need 3 of these. I have no room. I lack space. Oh god, Echo. Chrono break time.
I love it when things converge like that.
Chrono break time has to be.
Things aren't gonna improve themselves.
Alright, yep, okay, nobody die. Nobody die. Actually, the Furiths don't matter because they're immobile, so actually the Foyer would have been slightly better. Okay. I do need to block with the Callista? Question mark? I mean, we're probably just gonna die to Chrono Break or whatever. Well, let's see. I mean, it's just because it's the Ven Rally effect. They just get that cycling. I mean, I could try and live at 1. That seems like suicide. But living through this turn in general seems like suicide. So fuck it, I'm just gonna try and live at 1. I'm sure it fails. I'm sure they just time trick into a Mystic Shot or the Chrono Break. But for now, I'm gonna do that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nobody worry about it. Nobody think about it. We're fine. See, I have a blocker. That will save me from an entire board. The whole board. It will be fine. Okay. Yep. All right. Yes. And there's another time trick. Okay, so they time tricked once. I don't know what they found. I'm hoping they're time tricking a second time because they haven't found jack shit. Which actually seems to be the case, surprisingly. Didn't expect that, actually. There's a Lucian. I don't think I have time, unfortunately, Lucian. I'm gonna swing. Yeah, I mean, I could level him. I'm just gonna do this, though. Find Overwhelm. Oh, on the Wait, on the Furith? Yeah, I don't know. I guess, I mean, to be fair, that's probably the best bet. Nope. The best bet at getting damage in, but yeah, that was unfortunate. We're getting the 3-1. We're not getting anything with the band. Oh, something is getting sloughed off, but something is always going to be getting sloughed off because I don't actually have room with the 2 bands because the prey has nowhere to go now. So let's just go with this. 19 damage, doesn't matter. Literally have 1 blocker total to my name. They can, yeah, they don't have to give a shit in particular. They can't empty hand anymore. That's something. Echo is dead. But it also gets the strike. Also, Queen, hello! Welcome back to the stream. How's it going? Alright, Time Trick is definitely gonna cast a revive. So that's exciting. Definitely gonna find revive. I feel like if they cast that Chrono Break, we absolutely have to cast Opulent Foyer in response just to be like, hey, my building is the fanciest. Oh, they have Furith. Oh, you too have a little Furith, baby. Okay, that's nice. And also terrible. I'm now gonna cast Illusion, I guess. It's here! Queen, thank you for the 1v1 request. We are actually on our last deck code at the moment, so you're up next after I can manage to find a win off of this fucking Callista one day. One day in the future I'll find that a win. Yeah, they don't, to be fair, need to find Chrono Break. They could also just fucking kill me, because I don't have Atrocity or anything like that. Rally would be great. In a different scenario. Let's try this again. God. So even the Lucian, I mean, it was a great Callista level up. We just completely petered out after that a little bit. Completely just petered out. No damage. I need damage. Oh, I need damage. Why is Akshan a pick-me girl? You're intrigued? Okay, hear me out. I feel like a little bit. His whole rogue thing, his whole like, I'm gonna do my own shit and look fancy with a grappling hook. I feel like that does, to me at least, sing a little bit of pick me girl, of just like, I need attention. I'm not like other guys, I'm special, you know? That's the vibe I get from Akshan sometimes. I'm not, unfortunately, not disagree. I still doesn't stop me from thinking that he's attractive, unfortunately, which I know is just a personal character flaw. But I do believe that about him. He seems a little too aggressively good looking for that to not be half an act. Okay, yep. Oh, Jesus. All right. Take the damage. I approve. Duran Sculptor just sitting there. I don't care what you think while deeply caring. Yeah, exactly.
I'm one of the good guys, but not that good.
Hi. You suck, actually. You do suck, MF. You suck a lot. I'm gonna cast a Dawn Speakers because you're not gonna be doing much this turn. Okie dokie. Kill my 2-1. That's a lovely target. Boom. Death. Boom, death, and then buff that to a 3/3. Yep, hello. Yep, nothing happening there. And then a Callista.
These are dark times.
They are dark times. Okay. Callista. We also have a Furith. Can't do the Black Spear. For a second, I legit forgot what her fucking champ spell was. But yeah, it is Black Spear. Let's do a Furith. Ooh, there's that Overwhelm, actually. I mean, it's not ideal now. We needed it last game, but we can still get it here at least. So you die, which buffs the board. That's a 0/4, so if I go with the 3/3, the 2/1 also dies. The Callista just eats some shit here. I'm tempted to just swing with the, what is that, a 5/1? I'm tempted to just swing with the 5/1. There's the MF to worry about. Unfortunately. But my stuff is starting to accrue value. Just slowly but surely accruing value. There's 3 Callistas. I can only use so many of those. I do have a bit of a limit on the number of that's useful to me, personally. Opulent Foyer or the caretaker, I guess.
Slight
G1 is
adjustment.
fine. Can't do that now. If I wait for Black Spear, they're killing my Dawn Speakers for sure. Fleet Feather Tracker is probably gonna get Challenger, but then it can't actually really kill anything. Why not attack with the Piano Man? I'm waiting for the piano, because the thing is that the 2-1 just kind of bashes into their birds at that point. The 2-1 would bash into the birds, and the 3-3 could have bashed into the MF. The 5-1 traded with everything, so I was just kind of like, it's not particularly ideal at that point. Callista would have leveled. Oh, yeah, that's true. I don't play enough Callista. I always kind of just ignore her level up condition, which I know is extraordinarily stupid. I just... To get me to give a shit about a Callista level up is for some reason just a fucking arduous task. I have ignored it multiple times and I just continue ignoring it because I don't. For some reason, I just don't care. And I need to care. I know I need to give a shit, I just don't. Don't ask me where that stems from. I just don't give a shit about the Callista leveling. Shark Chariot is fine. Oh, what can we do? Foyer, Bloody Caretaker, or Shark Chariot Caretaker. I actually think I kind of like Shark Chariot Caretaker because that gives me the most things on attack. Plus, we can level with the Caretaker here to trigger the level. Because they can't really touch that now, unless they do want to hand me the level, which I don't think they want to do, considering the MF is the only thing that blocks Fearsome at the moment. That also does not block Fearsome, so I think we're kind of okay. So Duran and Fleet Feather are top tier targets, and we keep Black Spear mana. We do, yes. Math. So yeah, this is just an open swing. They have a Concerted. They have a Golden Aegis. They do have a Golden Aegis. I don't know if I give a shit about that, and then instead I think I'm just gonna Black Spear that out of the way while we're here. If I Black Spear that now, they can basically not really do anything on response to me swinging at them, and then they'd have no barrier to MF anymore. Because that's just the rally now, but you pass priority and then it's an immediate surrender. They were really bold about that rally. They were really bold about that rally. I guess they kind of were running out of options, but still, that was a funny Aegis. Oh, Aegis is actually just kind of generally, I feel like a funnier card now that it's 5. Less played because Vayne is queen until the end of time. When it's just interesting compared to the 4-mana version. Swain TF carried you to your first diamond, now it's carrying you to Masters? Fuck yeah! But also first, Unhealthy Yoda, thank you for the deck. I never got quite the Lucian interaction. I'm a little I'm a little sad it was never quite on the board when other things were dying. But the Callista did enough when I remembered that her level up does things, of course. No one asked, no one cares, wanted to say it anyway. I'm a fucking Runeterra streamer. I give a shit about whatever you're doing in Runeterra. Congratulations. Good shit, good shit. Whatever your climb may be, I don't give a shit if you're an iron. Good for you. Climbing is a challenge. It's usually a fun challenge, but it is a challenge. You're ready? Sounds good. Yes, thank you for the deck. Queen, your 1v1 is up, so 3 singles, best of 3, whatever you'd like. Let's go in. I'll bring... I actually did delete a bit of a meta situation. What do we want to do, though? Because now, Nora Vigar is a good deck that I just haven't played. Do we want to bring meta, or do we want to bring memes? Because I don't always bring Pike Yumi and just have a small scream in the back. I'm just like, why are you doing this? At myself. We could also just bring Kane Aatrox to Field of Power. I'm actually going to do this deck because Bard Galio didn't work last time that I played it, and I would like a re-attempt at this. Unfortunately, that is Gwen, Elise Kindred, and like some of the prettiest skins. I still low-key covet that fucking Kindred skin because it's Spirit Blossom Kindred was the first Kindred I saw in TFT and the first iteration of Kindred that I like knew of. So that, I mean, I'm at some point I may just buy that outright, to be honest. New deck, Godspeed to you as well. All right, let's go. Let's do this. 36 mastery on that Gwen. Okay, right, yeah. Queen is a little bit experienced and also just super fucking decked out. Aesthetics on point. I have nothing to buff with Esmus. My Esmus is lonely. Somebody help my Esmus. That counts. You know what? That actually fucking counts. That does indeed count for what I wanted. And then I have some chickens. I have many fucking goddamn chickens. I have so many chickens. I'm about to have multiple chicks. Just you watch. I'm gonna have 4 of them. Or a bard. I think, let's see, I kind of like the idea of a bard into trying to get more chimes on these guys. Because it's so funny when they duplicate correctly. It's so good when they duplicate correctly. Yeah, I'm still gonna bard here even though it was an open pass. Despite the open pass, I'm still gonna cast a bard. Gwen is a threat here. Spirits Unleashed is okay. It is annoying, but we'll live with it. So Fearsome Hallowed is the most damage. 3-1 is annoying. It is the 3-1 going in first, so it's the same traded across. Let's kill the permanent one. Yeah. I'm very greedy with not taking open passes. I know it's something I need to work on. I know it is. But for now, it's in the same old place of I will eventually do something about it. I'm actually tempted to equip Bard first here. Equip the Bard first, and then go Silverwing Vanguard. It can become a 4-3 challenger. Bard can become a 3-6 with tough.
I know what
So not the worst. Okay, let's do this. Chickens! Bok bok, motherfucker. And then we pull Esmus on the 3-2. This way then, if that's what's happening here. Boop, okay. I do forget sometimes that Bard does actually plant when he attacks. Like, the least used part of the kit for me is, like, actually attacking with Bard ever. I have to keep him safe, you know? Safe is the place. Could I get a chime on my fucking chickens? Just one chicken chime would be great. So Concerted is unfortunately not affordable on top of Brightsteel. So I think I'm just gonna barrier up my damage.
My shield is yours.
So that maybe the Gwen can get caught by that. Oh, there's a drain, so the answer is no. But it's a drain on the barrier rather than drain on something else, which I'll actually take. Okay, so 3-2 is getting Hallowed buff. Let's do that. Let's block here. I think I will just eat Esmus, unfortunately. Because I would like to hold on to a chicken. I have more chickens, to be fair, but still. Since that's at 5 HP. Since it's at 5 HP, but this only becomes a 4-3. So we're still 1 off. There's a Burb. Okay, so that did get a chime now. Let's go Broadwing into Silverwing Vanguard into Shield of Durand on the Silverwing, I think. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Not the biggest problem. Let's go with these guys. So I need the 0-3 to live. ARAM is okay. Let's go with this. And then boom, 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 boom. Kill that. ARAM down. Do I have good emotes? No, I have the base emotes. No! Base emotes, god damn it. Yeah, unfortunately if there's... Okay, so that will always generate a unit that will help us get a stun out, which is great. That's a chime on the bird. Okay, so I got bird. I got many, many challengers. So hopefully I can just use them to win. Because right now we've got 10 damage. I have a good old 1-0. That's a nice fail. Okay, that's alright. Nice fail is fine. Have a bird. Guitar Skull! Save me, Guitar Skull! Okay, there's a Shred of Darkness on a fucking Eternal Dancer. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see today. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. So I can't Dural and do this because we only have 8. I can Cosmic Binding and do basically nothing else. So for now, I think I'm just gonna... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's alright. Well, now we have a blocker at least. I meant to click on the weapon and then put it on the Petrosite to make it a 0-5. Because right now that does bring back the Gwen. And the Gwen is just bad. The Gwen is just bad, unfortunately. Block, block, block. Down to 4 in that case. Still have Challenger. Gwen is ephemeral, so of course she goes away. Might actually be able to kill both targets here. The 4-2 and the 10-4, depending on the bird living and hanging on. Okay. How much Hallowed is that? 7. Oh god. I end up in the wrong place with the wrong blockers and it's going to go fucking upside down. So there's 2 cards in hand that are champions over there. That's all I know. That's all we know, unfortunately. Can't really say much more than that. I'm gonna try... Do I try and strike Eternal Dancers with this first? I feel like kind of... even though that just is kind of annoying. Because I could potentially use the challengers on something else, but then again, it is also more damage if I just use a different spell on the champion units that might be coming down. So I'm gonna just go do this. Rally Concerted is available, though Rally at this point only gets me an additional... I'm only getting through the 4-2 very clunkily because that Eternal Dancers is around. And now I need actual spells and stuff. That's a 6-8. Unfortunately, can't quite punch out 7 damage with the cards that I have in hand. And also there's regen. So Barrier could come down. But then it's basically kind of a flat trade, and there's a leveled Evelyn as well. Okay, so the ARAM is, I think, gonna kick my shit in. More than anything else. I mean, the Hallowed on the Trundle is a nightmare. Don't get me wrong, Hallowed Trundle is lethal by a long shot. It's actually a funny thing for the ARAM to produce, not gonna lie. Oh, ARAM, why do you do this to me? Why do you synergize now? Why now? Okay, let's just hold everything. We're gonna hold stuff. Oh, and there's a Trezor! There's a Darius with regen. Rally and Concerted. Yeah, so Concerted would have gotten rid of that. But I think we would have been in pretty much just the same situation of the Darius is now gonna kill me. I need 10 for Concerted and Cosmic Binding, even though that's just a 14-11. Yeah, a 14-11 with Hallowed, which is just great. Terrifying. Boss, welcome back though, by the way. Hello, how is it going? Yeah, that's a 16-8, so I got this. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We got a deal 2, and we've got a stun, and you have 3 HP, and you are a unit that exists. I can, yep, that's about it. That's about all I can do. I guess I could strike something else, but I can't deal with the 14-11. Can't deal with that 14-11. I need 2 Cosmics in hand to get rid of that. But okay, there we go. Thank you, Archer Man. Your sacrifice was in vain, but it is okay. Don't worry about it. We're not running vain. So at least I don't have to think about that. Ah! Ah! Look at all of my XP. Give me chests. Give me money. You're okay? You know what? Okay, sounds, you know, all right, all right. Hang in there, regardless. That's general advice. Just general advice. Hang in there. As for this, I just want to have some fun, or do I want to do something else? Is it fun, or is it try hard? I'm actually gonna throw in a Kanatrox to give Queen a better challenge. Not in the greatest mood, so you decided to just try and lurk, but can't help yourself. No. You're welcome. You're okay to backseat. You're good to backseat if you want. I'm sorry to hear about your mood. That's honestly just kind of one of the more annoying feelings if I can't control the mood, but I just want to do normal things. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you for hanging out. Or for making this some part of your hangout spot as you recover.
The better the trophy.
Yeah, occasionally I'll just get incredibly crabby. Sometimes it is for obvious reasons, such as I'm not eating food when I should be. But sometimes it just seems up to the winds of something. Hormones, the weather, whatever it is. It sucks. Hi! I'm not blocking that. I am not blocking that. No, thank you. Let's do a cultist into harp. Something might get eaten here, but that's fine. All my shit gets eaten all the time. We're good! 3-2, Darkened Harp, Death's Hand, never mind. I mean, I can still equip it at least, so that's something. Doop-a-dee-doop-a-dee-doo, Staratu, let's go. Yep. Damage. Unfortunately, there's a husk over there. The boards back to back, though, gotta say, look pretty dope. Okay, put that over there. We've got probably I want to say cultist on this turn. So there's that portal that we just planted. Xenotype researchers is a bit of a pull. The top of your left eye has been twitching for the past 2 days and you don't know why. That sounds alarming for sure. I know sometimes that's for some people it's a stress response. I know that my body starts doing weird things when I'm stressed and tired. Like if I don't get enough sleep or I'm worrying about a lot of stuff, I will just, oh man, I will not be healthy anymore. Or my body will start doing weird shit. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with this because we don't have a cane anymore. We can do Darkened Bloodletters to buff it to a 5/3. Currently does eliminate both of those on sequential attacks. We've got Unforgiving Cold for other stuff. That's just a stun and a fucking 6/5 from Xenotype of all things, which is interesting. Let's see, that's +1. This is +2. Nothing is level, but I think I'm gonna do that anyway just to have it there. Weapon or something, it doesn't really matter. Keeper is potentially helpful because you might need lifesteal. Swain is soon. Nora's in the process of leveling. Okay, that dies. Yep. Okay. Let's swing, I think, with everything here. Maybe not the 2-1. The 4-2 and the 3-5 can fit with the 6-5 if we do that. Again, assuming there's... Well, there isn't a Death's Hand here for the mana, so that's good. Okay, so that's a 6-2. The 3-5 is harder to kill. Queen debating the block here. Okay, let's see.
Excuse us.
Okay, yep, reasonable. Reasonable.
The sample.
Yeah, I mean, there is that 0-cost spell in our hand over there. Concha boy! Deep in the ocean.
Astounding.
Figuring shit out. Playing with the fishies that are also very sentient. And we're not gonna think too much about that. There is Le Swain. I just want to keep a buff in hand, I'm pretty sure, because we do have fearsome blockers at the moment. Let's get some healing out, I think. Okay, so that's a 3/6. Unfortunately, we are a little susceptible to just something dying in front of that. I'm gonna risk this though, and then block there and block here. So we go up by 2. Is that a dead Swain or... I mean, I think it should be a dead Swain because 1 mana is not great for anything that isn't injured already. Let's go with Blooming Cultist, I think. I still don't have any of my champions, which is very unfortunate. Can I sneak out and equip, though? Yeah, we're still short because I've only cast the Darkened Harp so far. Top deck is a Ranger Knight. Oh, I mean, Ranger Knight top deck is fine. I'll take that because we still have the Darkened Harp in hand, so we can just go with the 6/3 or yeah 6/3 for quick attack. Leviathan would be unfortunate. That's a deal 2 and stun. Okay. Let me slap this on here. There might be another stun for this. If that's the case, at least this. If it's a wallop, it pings off. If it's an arachnoid, we're in the same problem as before. So it is a wallop. Okay. It's not injured, but it can get flocked again. Luckily, this is shut down and not actually anything beyond that. Momentous Choice is good. Frostbite is good. I think I kind of want to just go for our biggest dickest boy. Our biggest chungus. Yeah. So we're going to take some damage from that. The Swain is not quite leveled, so let's just go with this. Our weapon count is very low. Yeah. Our weapon strike count is very low, as kind of expected. So he doesn't see the stuns yet. So let's, yep, and round, and then go with our 6/3. Ow, my face. I didn't like that. Okay, scout. Boom. Oh, I need to stay alive somehow. Okay. Let's try Momentous Choice this. No? Okay. Kanchi Boy is a better target in general. Agreed. Worst case scenario, we've got an Unforgiving Cold next turn. This looks like an open attack. I think this looks like an open attack. Oop, let's put this over here actually. Because I can block, or I can Momentous Choice my Aatrox out of the way, hopefully. 2 choices is always great. Okay, Portapalooza for draw. Swain is going to be at 9 of 12 or 11 of 12 on the start of the next turn, unless there's a flock or something here, or a disintegrate. Well, disintegrate doesn't matter. Flock would be alright. Play the 12 cost. Oh, yeah, I did just kind of go for the attack instead of casting the spell. Swain, yeah, because Swain has momentum here. Swain has momentum, but I think we might still be okay anyway. Except there's actually no Swain coming down this turn, never mind. Yeah, let me buff this way, and then if there's a flock on the Aatrox, we still have something to save him a little bit. Okay, so that goes. Maybe it gets flocked, but I think we're maybe trying to save elusive or force them to use something. Okay. That works. So it was a disintegrate on Aatrox, kind of as expected. Yep. 9 mana, but we can actually just re-equip the Aatrox from here. Yeah, we can totally just re-equip it. It should be okay. And Slate is a tomorrow problem. As in next turn. Oh, but because of the Pokey Stick, it does actually level. So it will be a leveled Swain coming down. Got the heal. Weapon is there. Put this in. I'm actually gonna put it in the tough one, I think. And then, yeah, World End. And then we cast the End of the World, and that's oh, but it keeps the Scout. Never mind. It only keeps the Scout. But Scout Aatrox is fine. That's also good. That also works for me. Yeah! Oblivion and things. Whatever you're on to, whatever edgelord or stuff you're on today. Oh no, it does have the top. Okay, I was right. It's just very hidden in there. Because it doesn't like the number of keywords that we're dealing with. There's a level. There's a portal. It's a 2/2 with the Fearsome. Get the free Rost, or the free Cane at this point. Free Cane. Chiral, Frostbite, cheap-ass fucking Steratu. Okay, Swain into 6 mana is not the scariest thing. We might end up with a stun board, but as far as my life total is concerned, I think we're okay. I can also just cast Steratu. I think I'm just also going to cast Steratu for 3. And then hold the Cane for after. Do Chiral eventually. Yep. Let's block this way. If it's a Disintegrate, we freeze it. If it's any other type of damage, I think we just kind of get rid of it. Healing. No healing. That doesn't really matter. That pings for 2. If there's a second Swain, that is annoying to be fair, but not the end of the world. Because this Ace Steratu will still be able to go. And we'll have 2 challengers by that point. Okay, that's honestly fucking fair. Okay, and then we go do this.
You are the tool. I am the weapon.
Yep. That's a Nora. Okay, so there is a blocker for the 8/7, but the 8/7 is overwhelmed, so not the biggest problem. We're down to 16. But we're also doing okay. That's the portal. That is a ballistic bot. Okay, so let me see. You go that right normally. You go over there. Oh, but the elusive we can pull anyway, so you take over here, and then Zebadooba, yeah. Habadooba, yeah. I could also just pull this to enforce that the Leviathan has to be blocked by the Steratu. Or Steratu has to be blocked by the Leviathan, I should say. There's a Nanaka. I can expand his protection Steratu as well. Not sure how much we need to do that, because Zolani's looking pretty hot, pretty good, pretty active here. Maybe just a kill for her. If it's a kill for her, then free expanse, I think. Okay, so that's a dead boat. Dead boat's fantastic. We love that. That is a Noxian Guillotine for 5. I could BM with the expanse, but I'm actually not going to. We're just gonna let it resolve. We're in an actual 1v1 with a person who will remember who I am. So we will not. We'll resist a little bit of the BM, like 2% BM. We will not do that. How did I get the elusive 8/7? So that's a Zolani weapon cast on the Blooming Cultist. Because if you equip on top of the unit, it gains its keywords. So you can get elusive Zolani, and that's also how the Aatrox before it died had both Tough and Scout, because I had put the Darkened Blade on one of the Ranger Knight defectors. So there's some interesting keyword play that you can have in there. Normally the weapon is enough though by itself. And I did technically misplay that turn when I could have leveled everything and had the mana and our opponent was low, but it worked out in the end. Okay, Queen is ready. Am I ready? No, I'm not ready. I really want to bring Rise, even though I know I shouldn't, so I'm going to do it anyway. Weapons with Aatrox is so broken. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you. I do love it, though. That's fucking the lesbians. All right. Here we go. Time to lesbian it up. Or at least go up against the lesbians. Hi. How you doing? Well, by golly, I'll be able to cast Ruination. I think I've said golly like 4 times this stream, and I don't know where this old-timey bullshit's coming from. I did not pop out of the 50s, and I'm also glad I didn't live in the 50s. I like now, with technology and modern medicine. Thank you. Or more modern medicine, I should say. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna heal soon. I think it's just a heal soon. 3. Okay, there's a 3 sisters. Well, I'm not doing much with that, so I'm gonna pass. I guess I could entreat to have 2 rises that would actually burn less mana and guarantee the rise in hand, and move a card out. So there's Unto Dusk and a Diana. Okay, that's understandable. Have a nice day. Let me take that real quick. Thank you for that. Diana can't really deal with the rise stats as it is. But I do want to be a little cautious and just like yeeting him into death here. I can take 4 damage. Okay, 2 is okay, I think. Into that. I mean, we take 5 as a result if the Diana pulls, but the Diana also might perish as a result. Because Pale Cascade will not be enough. That's such a good skin, though. It's such a good skin. So good looking. The aesthetic. So powerful. Top tier. I mean, I'm taking the 5 regardless, potentially. Yeah, let me block the 2-2, maybe. Yeah, let's block the 2-2. I mean, Sun Guardian maybe, but the problem with Sun Guardian is that we're just never gonna be able to keep up with it. Delve would be great. That's a drain, unfortunately. We do have a heal and draw. Heal next is 4. I think I'm gonna drain for now. I think I'm just gonna drain for now and see what happens. Give me a spoon! Give me a little Spooty! Spooty friend, help me! Thank you, Spooty friend. I could also glimpse the Spooty. Maybe not in front of a Robin, though. Never mind. I take that all back. Yeah. No, I think I'm gonna heal here. Heal, top deck Rekindler. That's not quite what I was looking for, but I definitely can block now. I can definitely block. Yeah, for some reason I sometimes just have a really hard time. I have a statistically improbable rate at drawing Ruination and literally not finding delves ever in my life. So it's definitely a Ruination next turn. I will happily lose my whole ass board in the name of the spell. Should have maybe been banking a little bit more, but it's okay. So 12 damage is coming in at the moment. We do have a frostbite. I'm gonna pass and then try to bank for this. There's no denies, so this should resolve. This doesn't go in front of the 5 power units because I just can't do that. Or maybe it does. Yeah, down to 8 is a manageable number. Nothing can atrocity me out of existence at the moment. Good frostbite still, but I think I might just take the damage. Do I care about doing anything here? I could glimpse the rise. I think it might just be an open pass, though. Glimpsing Spooter was actually maybe the right call, because I don't need to worry about Robin here as much. There's a Naga Kaboros. I think, just gonna go with this now. Spell Shield is castable on everything, but hopefully there's none in hand. So next turn, we actually have 9 again, so there's a chance that I can just cast back-to-back Ruinations. Because we're a little bit off on the turns. Grant +1/+0, so it's just that. That's 7. We do need a frostbite in the face of it. Diana would be bad here. That's an unspeakable horror, so Spooter happens. Or not Spooter. Anything happens. Don't know what that is, but something bad. 3 Sisters leaves us with 4, so we're a little bit on the edge here. There's finally a Delve if we need it. Second Ruination might be reasonably catastrophic as well, depending on what's going on here. Because I can't actually super interact. There's that. I'm actually going to save my HP here because we go up to Ruination next turn again. Drum Solo and Treat. So let's kill that and trade there. No damage taken. Maybe something off of a buff on the 0-5, but otherwise we're good. Flow has actually been triggered. So Drum Solo will discount, so it's a decent card here. Pale Cascade. Oh, not on damage, just on the keeping a burb. Okay. Time to keep burb. If they play champions here, that would be great. Okay, it's just a Robin. I say just a Robin. Just a Robin. Nothing wrong with the Robin. Kind of tempted to go with the revive. I think let's go with the revive and bodies. Something can be vengeanced for sure. We're not banking amazing spell mana here. Okay, let's pass. One rise has been killed. One rise has been revived. I have one in hand. Winding Light is for the round, but there's no rally on that turn. Yeah, there's not. It's the overwhelm isn't a grant. Otherwise, Winding Light would be pretty fucking broken. Pretty broken. Oh, Nakagaboros, you might actually save me here. Unless I can do this. Yeah, I did, to be fair, kill my own rise in the process. Lot. This. Top deck. Delve into the past, delve into the past. Well, about that, me not being able to draw delves into the past. Apparently I can now. I can do a lot of delving. Let's just cast the delves, I think, before anything else, because then I do have a clean slate for a ruination. I'm still alive! I'm still alive! Now atrocity will happen, but before atrocity occurs, let me try and find the heal. That's to draw, deal 2 to the weakest enemy. Deal 2 is fine. I'll take that. Unless we can find something else, but if it's atrocity, it doesn't really matter at all. Let's do this. Yeah, if it's atrocity, it doesn't matter. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be because they want to win with units more than they want to win with spells. Typically, anyway. Unless I'm fucking wrong right here. About to be proven absolutely, completely fucking wrong. Oh, it's just 2 unspeakable horrors. Fair enough. Should have found the heal. It wouldn't have gotten us horribly ahead, but to die to an unspeakable horror is just fucking annoying. Yeah, I needed to find the heal. 2 out of 5 chance, didn't hit it. Also, at Karshus, I actually just finished up a 1v1, and there's nothing ahead in the queue. So if you'd like to send something in, you can do so. GG's Queen! Thank you for the matches. I need to import more meta shit just for you, just so that I can bring something that isn't just totally weird. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, prismatic. Give me something good. Sunhawk! Actually, Sunhawk is used a lot. And also it's shiny, so I'll take it. It goes in all of the Jin decks. Those first 2 were your creations. Honestly, they look kind of fun. I haven't homebrewed in a while. But it looks like you were enjoying the builds. You created the perfect ARAM deck. Yeah, I was chilling for a little while with that one, and I was like, oh. It also gave you Trundle Darius at like the perfect time. And Karshus, thank you for the challenge request. Best of 3. Remind me of your IGN again. Or just challenge me, whichever works better. Oh, Queen, thank you for the deck code as well. So we got Incarcious, and then we got Queen as I munch on some food, excuse me. And yeah. Quieter queue today. Let me, Incarcious, make sure I add you as well. Best of 3. Here we go. Would you like memes or would you like more meta shit? I don't have a ton of meta shit, but I do got some meta shit in here. Oh, thank you. If left to my own devices, I could try and get some kind of Scargrounds deck to work again. You're gonna know smoke a bowl while watching you big brain on this Greek god. Queen, that sounds amazing. Enjoy the bowl. Bowls are always a fun time. Do I dare bring the Kanatrox again? It's good. It feels kind of bullshit sometimes. It does feel good. You know what? I'm just actually really enjoying the Scargrounds deck there. Let's bring a Scargrounds. Could I sneak in 3 Scargrounds if I do it right? I don't think so. Oh, I mean, this one's kind of funny. This one's actually kind of funny. Meta? Ooh, meta. Never mind then. Let's deselect. Let's deselect that. Okay, meta decks. Or something that I feel like I could slightly pilot versus a meta situation. That's a meta. This is a meta. For our last piece of meta, this is reasonably meta. Yeah, No, I actually do have some decks in here. Let's try this. Race, Heimerdinger, Lee Sin, Akshan, and Swain Nora. For our matchups, Jace Heimerdinger is always annoying. Lee Sin, Akshan, if they're allowed to combo, but we might be able to out-aggro them in some cases, depending on what they pick. Swain Nora is just Swain Nora. I think I'm gonna ban this. This might be the wrong choice, but I ban the Jace Heimerdinger, huge against the Kidney Strokes, I will lose. That was kind of my instinct, yeah. I think that's, I just can't deal with turrets forever. 7-2 elusives are not a thing that I am equipped to do with a 6-6 and a Deathbringer sweep. So, I think I want the Lee Akshan first, just to see how that's gonna feel. We're getting, I forgot, it always flies past the selection. Okay, Swain Nora first, which means if we win with this, we're bringing the Darius against something. Booru Cultist is fine, don't want too many other things. Okay, well, it's an Aegis on the Cultist for sure. Momentous Choice is really popping into my hand every single game. I don't want 3 of them. Please don't give me 3 of them. That's not what I'm here for. We'd experienced that once. I don't need it again. Pray Sharima doesn't eat my ass. It won't this game, at least. We'll see how it does in a minute. 3 mana. Risky. Not a humongous fan. I'm gonna risk Steratu instead of the top. Then hope that I forget if Death's Hands was actually in the deck list. I should have double checked. Because sometimes I think it is and it's not, and that's just me fucking it up. Yeah, Jones Construct blocks, but we do get the strike for the Steratu. Discounting by 1. I will cast Jural if I need to. Hopefully we pull a unit here. That is the wrong unit, objectively speaking. That's not exactly the one I was hoping for. It's fine. I'll think about it. Yeah, 2 damage is fine. Let's just swing on the next turn. Do have that good old Fierce Wield. Forsaken Bakai is fine. Give me... ooh, Ranger Knight's actually okay. We will have Kane, but Ranger Knight with Steratu if the Guru Cultist dies. It's pretty good, decent. And it is trying to die. We could go with the Momentous Choice just to be able to hold it for the attack, which I think I kind of like. Because it can't be shot down at 4, so something would have to injure it first. It might be a Disintegrate. If it's a Disintegrate, this is a bad trade. But then it's also a Disintegrate out for a 1 mana spell, so I don't hate that. I don't hate the trade. It's a Pokey Stick over there. That's fine. Scrappy Bomb. Okay. 4-2. Another 5 damage. Okay. Stick it out. Those 1 damage a turn pings. Okay. Poke it. Slap it. Stroke it. Turn it around. I'm gonna kill a Nora real quick. Sorry. Bye-bye. We do have a Kane then. That's down. Okay. That's been 3 or 4 strikes off of this one Steratu so far. So not too bad. That's a portal getting Santa. Oh shit, it's a Santa. Hi Santa, how are you doing? Yep. That's painful. Not gonna lie, that is kind of painful. Okay, there's another Kane. I have the double Kane. This gets stunned into Flock again, then we're kind of in trouble as usual. Aloof Travel is discarding the 1 copy of Kane, but that's also the other Kane, so we're fine. I think there's a shot. I think in the client it will actually show you which card is getting discarded, so I think you can somewhat check to see if your opponent, if you discarded the one that your opponent top decks versus a different one. But to be honest, I don't. I'm not really gonna fuss with it that hard myself at all. Let's get Kane down and then hope that he can work. Yeah, not having that equipped was actually kind of painful. I mean, I traded with Senna. It's not the worst. I do have to contend with that later, but I don't love it. Okay, let's go with this. It's probably a bait. It's probably some kind of bait. Swing at the 2-3. Let's go, let's go, let's go. The Greek god ponders! As does my Rost. My Rost just ponders violence. One day I should just walk into work and be like, you know what, guys? This morning, I choose violence. I should just do that sometime. See what the response is. I'm pretty sure I'm already a weirdo at work. So then I would just be an extra weirdo. Extra double weirdo. I don't know what that is. There's Wallop in the list. I know that much. I can remember that from previous games of just every Bandle Swain iteration. Okay, is there a... okay, I mean, it still gets the strike. Weapon is destroyed. But the cane doesn't desperately need that? Okay, yeah, alright, that's fine. I could equip the Tough to the cane since there's now nothing there on him. I think I might actually do that because we have then Momentous Choice mana. Also triggers the Aatrox level, which is kind of nice, and he's just a 2/4 hanging out. Ambiently, if it's a Scorched Earth, we lose that, but if it's a Flock or something else, at least do manage to stay ahead.
Is it the anticipation I like best? No, it's the killing.
It's the killing. Thank you, sir. Okay, so it's disintegrate into a Flock, so I can't stop that damage from happening. Noted. Brutal Skirmish actually... okay, destroy, so it doesn't get the weapon equip hit. But by golly, my 4-2 with quick attack will continue to hit face. It will continue to smack real good. I will pass the turn again. I have the Healy Man. Swain's at 11? 9. Why did I think it was higher? Don't unnecessarily inflate the Swain stats. We don't need to do that. There's Leviathan. Okay, so now it will level. I'm gonna cast my Aatrox. Thank you. So there's the heal. 11 mana World Ender, so we can't cast it anytime soon in particular, unfortunately. Let's do Brakai. An open swing. Unforgiving Cold is great for future attacks here, because that is just gonna level him, unfortunately. Can't stop that from happening. Let's go with this, and you. So, hopefully the Aatrox can hit face. Might not, if it is looking like the Leviathan's gonna start blocking. I think we can just wield it out of the way, hopefully. So I think I'm just gonna go with a Furious Wielder first. Do we want to Furiously Wield first? So that becomes a 4/7. It's not buffed by anything else. I think Wielder. I mean, I can't have that around with the Swain leveled on the board, so that's okay. If it's Disintegrate on Aatrox, I mean, it's a Disintegrate on the Aatrox, then I think we do try and get the Furious out so that we can benefit off of the heal. And then hope that he doesn't fucking die. I think the Disintegrate... the Disintegrate has been used with Flock. Oh, going with that. Going with the 4-2 instead. That actually kind of makes sense, but then we'd still have this on the Leviathan. In that case... you have 9 mana, unfortunately. Ooh. Oh, damage just resolves. Okay. Down to... I mean, I can cast World Ender now. Gives me a 10-10, but it immediately gets stunned. 10-10 immediately gets stunned, but then maybe an Unforgiving Cold into something else as a result. I could also just risk Momentous Choice into Furious Wielder because I do have that Frostbite backup. I think I'm gonna risk it. 11 of 12. Boop, boop, slap, I think. Please do a good slap. Wish we had Expanse's Protection. I feel like I've been starved for Expanse's Protection all day and I have no idea why. I don't know why that is. Okay, that's something that I might have to be worried about. Really relying on this Unforgiving Cold next turn. If I can kill that boat, we'll be golden. Or at least half golden. We'll be like slightly shiny. And it works. Okay, dead boat. Me at 17. Let's cast a keeper because why not?
Terrible things lay inside.
Terrible things! That's like my soul. Just, there's some deep, degenerate shit in there that we don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about it, I promise. 11 of 12. 1 Fervor, which is not going to happen. 1 Death's Hand, which might happen. And then we're looking at our good old Overwhelmed Daddy. To be fair, Darius is kind of Overwhelmed Daddy at the max, but still. I really am tempted to go with this, but let me consider doing this first. Let's equip so that we can maybe get a Whirled Endy with the lifesteal on it. I would like that, maybe. Interesting. Do I risk having Unforgiving Cold, or do I just do that? Into 5 mana? I mean, I feel like it's kind of silly if I don't. The Aatrox is just gonna see stuff happen, and if it is some kind of Noxian removal, to damage my shit, then I can't really stop it anyway. Also, maybe I get free Jarrell. I would love that. Everybody free Jarrell. Okay, so there's the signpost. Okay, so I get denied, but at least I still have it. I still have it at 8 mana, and we still got that 10/10 Overwhelm. Pinging me, so I go down to 15 here. This is unfortunately not. Oh, but the Aatrox is leveled, so we still get that, actually. We didn't get the transform, but we do get that because he's here, so he still discounts by 5. So we can pull something. I guess we pull Swain here, unless we risk the level, but our opponent's at 4, so I think I'm just gonna go here. Or just cast a Naka. Or just cast another fucking Anaka. Unforgiving Cold is fine, so we do have a couple of terms of survivability. I think I'm just gonna cast an Anaka. So more Nexus damage has to occur to stun that. 4/3 pull Swain. I mean, we do still just have World Ender. If I'm gonna be slowed by not having this Overwhelm, maybe we just do go with the World Ender fully. Can't be flocked easily. Can be scorched pretty quick. Pokey Stick, Disintegrate. Okay. So that's one of the damage removal things that I was like the most worried about. I think we can do this. If there's another signpost, so be it. Usually it's like what, 1 or 2 counter spells? So maybe 2 at most. I'm guessing 2 at most. Which means there might be another one here. It looks like not. Okay. Okay, and Aatrox pulled that one through, so we're bringing Darius versus who knows what. And I'm gonna have to try to remember to do Overwhelm Damage with it. With a decent amount of punching. Pigeon, Raft, Rearguard, Tuskbeaker, Ballistas, Decisive Maneuvers, Bone Club, Darius's, the Yetis, and 1 Battle Fury. I'm gonna forget that there's a Battle Fury because I always think of it as a meme card, even though it's like it's not as memey as you'd think. Okay, we need to aggro. We need to be an Angie Pangy miss. I shall be the Angie Pangy, don't you worry. Yeti is okay, but I do need some earlier drops if I'm gonna survive with that. Okay, we do Ballista. Oh, I think I'm greedy in keeping Yeti too often. Because sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. It's just the mulligans are so small and there's not really a mulligan, generally speaking. It's not a great mulligan system. There's only 4 cards. 2 Yetis is kind of a lot! 2 Yetis might be too much, actually. That's a scrappy bomb. Okay, that does die. Goodbye. Ballista works. Ballista into Yeti will work because it will have been reduced to 4 at that point. Decisive maneuver is fine. Nora is fine. Ballista into this.
Off we go.
Yeah, decisive maneuver might be what we need here. Yep. There's a Wild Claws. Okay. I would love to be able to cast this on the Darius eventually. It's just gonna take me... I like the tech, it's just hard to pull off. Very hard to pull off. Overwhelm! I am overwhelmed. Life is overwhelming. Okay, my Yeti or something else goes here. I'm not sure which first. Elixir, shared spoils. Okay, so it is the Yeti over the spells. That's kind of unfortunate because I did need units. I did in fact need those. Those are kind of important. That's a disintegrate. Okay. Could have cast Elixir. Maybe should have cast Elixir. Would have been down to 13 there instead. Yeah, I don't want to have to use the stun for something. For just like stunning opponent's board here. Swain is at 2 of 12. Shared spoils is not working. Plunder is draw. I mean, or plunder at least does grant that +1/+1. So I think I'm actually gonna go with shared spoils here, even though there's like not much happening off of it, hypothetically. Or not as much as there could be. 17, jump construct. Top decks were miserable, and then my Yeti got discarded in the snow. Avalanche fell on him. That's unfortunately all we've got. Hi, Darius. You're gonna die to disintegrates, I'm sure. I am reasonably confident you're just gonna fucking die. But at least you got +2/+2. That's nothing to really sneeze at there, buddy. I'm definitely not sneezing at your fucking pauldrons, because they'll take out not just my eye, they'll take out my entire skull. Also, his chest is just really large. Like, why is his chest so big? Do you think those spikes, I guess they're positioned well, but do you think those spikes ever just like jab him in his side? You know, really casually? Maybe. That's disintegrate, probably. That looks like a disintegrate. If it's stacked, it's probably something like that. Oh, no, it's not. It's down to an 8/5. Why? That can't be blocked. I don't want to... It's Scorched Earth, I'm sure. I'm sure it's just a Scorched Earth. And I'm sure I'm not going to get a 12/6 here, as much as I would like that. As much as I would love it, I don't think it's going to happen. Unless it does. What's going on? Do I get my big man? Because then I could actually cast the Wild Claws, potentially. That's a Portal Palooza. Okay, so that's not actually damage or scorched. That's 2 fucking portals, though, which is a shitload of portals and fucking value! Elnook and a Darkness is a decent amount of things happening. I'm actually going to Elixir here, just to force that buff and level. Yeah. That's a little better. We can protect potentially next turn with a Troll Chant. We've got the Wild Claws. We've got a we've got that Whirling Death. Yeah, because I could just hit Nora here with this potentially, and maybe that would work. I have no intention of taking any more damage than that, I think, but that's okay. Let's hit that, and let's hit that, and then that is lethal. If this fails, terrible. If it works, impressive enough. There's a flock. Okay, if there's 2 flocks, we die, of course. If there's not, this is a win. They only need to damage, though, so if Noxian Fervor does this, Blade's Edge does this. Disintegrate surely fucking does. Bit of a Hail Mary. Perhaps the wrong Hail Mary. But I wanted to see the Wild Claws go. I wanted to play this fucking stupid slow speed spell that barely any Noxus decks run ever. Yeah, 6 mana versus Swain Nora is just terrifying. I'm staring into the abyss of fast speed spells. It's a deep, dark abyss. It just needs to be a single ping and we're done. 4. Yeah, there's a wallop. There's a wallop on my Darius. That's understandable. He did 1 more point of damage. Ferocity works if I get a 1-drop. It would almost do it though. A 1-drop into Ferocity into Whirling. We're a little slow. I mean, if we lose this one, it's not bad. It's not the worst for sure. I just actually can't do anything. I literally can't do anything. We can stun the 3-2, I guess, or maybe even the Nora, which I don't want to do. Yeah, the spell setup is real bad. And another portal. Okay, there's an actual Alpha Wild Claw, which is not really the card that I wanted. Yeah, I can do that, which absolutely sucks. That absolutely sucks balls, because Noxian Fervor is going to kill me. In this case, then. It's a signpost. Well, god darn it, I have 2 of them. By golly, I've got 2. Not really when I wanted 2 of them. That's 2 signposts? Oh my god, alright, fine. I guess, noted. I was right about there being 2 in the deck! Ah. Alright, now we have Overwhelm versus Akshan Varus, which is horrible because there's quicksand in there somewhere. Horrible because there's quicksand in there, right? 1 quicksand, though, to be fair. There's only 1 quicksand and 2 counter spells. So it is slightly unit focused, but I don't know how we're going to do against Lee once it's on the board. Because it's at 5 mana, there's a lot of cheap targeting, and Momentous Choice triggers twice, which is just kind of fucking annoying. So I need aggro to win. We're definitely mulliganing Ancient Yeti if I find it for the 15th time. Whenever I have a deck that has a Yeti in it, Ancient Yeti specifically. I cannot, for the fucking life of me, find Abominable Guardians when I'm looking for those, and I just can't top deck for this deck, apparently. I literally cannot top deck for this at all. Oh boy. Yeah, I thought Ballista would be an okay keep, but I'm getting super fucking punished by it. Because I don't want to mulligan all of the valuable stuff, but maybe I have to. Okay, Tusk Speaker is okay. At least I have that into Ballista now. And it still will do some overwhelm damage. Bone Club, still fucking expensive. Okay. Akshan here is alright. I think we still just get a Nexus damage. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try and push. Okay, down to 16. We've got the regular old plan. I do have 2 Dariuses. There are only 2 in the fucking deck. What have I done wrong? What did I do wrong? Okay, have a 4-3. Get fucked, 3-4. Unless there is a momentous choice or something or whatever, or something. Equipping Bone Club is possible, so I think we just go for that and then hope that there is no recall. Challenger on the 3-2 is fine. There's no Dragonling, so it's just that swinging glaive. But it probably dies next turn anyway because we're just gonna have a big fucking unit. Recall is at 4, so they will have recall, but I don't think there's anything in the deck. I think, yeah, it's pretty unit focused, so I think Bone Club is relatively safe, and that only has 1 HP, so I might be able to push to the... we might actually be able to push to 10, and that would make the Darius cast way easier. That's a 2-1, that's fine. Okay, got that. Don't put it away, that's a 9-8. Let's go to face. Okay. Blast with a 2-1, so this brings them down to 9, because they're effectively at 18. Decisive Maneuver is annoying, but Whirling Death is probably where it's at. Probably. think this is safe. For some reason, I think Bone Club. I don't know why. For some reason, I always think that the Bone Club has more like fingers than 5, but it does actually have 5 in there. It's just so gnarly. It looks like there's more. Okay, that extra point of healing is actually really fucking annoying. Valkar and Vagabond, but no champs yet, which is great. Whirling Death here. Maybe we can get rid of something. Or I can just bank mana. Yeah, I mean, you're banking mana if I cast the Whirling anyway, but I want the Elixir of Wrath and the Darius going. I can't get their HP down too much lower, unfortunately, because I can't get it down to 10 before he swings. Yeah, I think I actually needed to mulligan the Ballista. I didn't want to mulligan the Ballista, but I think we needed to. I'm gonna try and get rid of that 5-1. I think that's the play. Get rid of the 5-1. Or that, okay. That's Resonating Strike. That's fine. That is not dying. I actually, yeah, we just hold on to the Overwhelm and assume that they're not going to find anything useful here. Then we go with Darius. Then we have Elixir. The 9-5 is chilling. Yeah. 6 mana, 6-6. Not quite an Aatrox, but close enough. Okay, Flow is triggered. That does make a little Dragonling. It does heal by 2. Open Swing is almost death. Plus we are gonna be pushing 18 damage. We're pushing 18 damage next turn. That's fine. By virtue of the champ and the Elixir. So that healing is hypothetically not gonna be enough. And then we just go with everything. Oh, we also have a Decimate if he lives, though he might not. I forgot to check for stuns. Forgot to check for stuns. There's definitely counter spells. So the Decimate may not resolve. Likely not going to resolve. And here we go. Here we fucking go. We might also be able to level the Darius with the Ballista. There's a glaive. Yep, okay. That looks great so far. -2. Great so far. Vagabond needs to go in the front, or they need to get a buff on HP, or a buff to something else, or a recall here. All of which are kind of nerve-wracking, but possible. Okay. So that is 11. I'm going to push Elixir here.
Extra muscle never hurts.
So that's 3, so it does become a 13-3. Okay, I can cuss a palm was an obvious one.
They will bleed for Noxus.
So there's a 13-3, down to 8. Lucky find again on the 7-1, I guess. But we can, I think, just stun that. Okay, challengers, whatever. Again, yeah, it's just a stun. Because I don't want to lose a champ here. That's gonna drop Varus. Varus is, or not Varus, Lee Sin. I keep thinking this is a fucking Varus deck because of the colors. It is Lee Sin, who is almost there. It is potentially a level off of all of the spells that are happening. Though there's actually not a humongous number in hand, so he might be okay. There's also an argument to just let the Darius die, because we'll still have the 9-5 around, and Decisive Maneuver might be enough to end things. So then we could do Yeti Rearguard, and then Decisive Maneuver on open next turn. But then there's the opportunity for a counterspell. So I think I kind of want to try and keep him alive. But either way, it does eat the counterspell.
It is time.
Either way, it eats the counterspell. Yeah, okay. Or I could just, cast Second Darius, to be fair. Yeah, Second Darius, I think, just generally feels better. Let's try and kill Tail. I don't think it super matters, but let's try and kill Tail. Cast Rearguard, cast Darius. That's a what? A Ruthless Predator? Wait, what? Ruthless Predator, Weight of Judgment, or Spirit Fire. There's no Spirit Fire mana, so it has to be Ruthless. I guess, or Weight of Judgment, because that's 4 to a unit, so I could potentially lose Ballista. Okay, so that's annoying. Down to 10, no champs. Still counter mana. Still got counter mana. Well, I actually think I'm gonna stick with my original plan. This is me not knowing exactly how to pilot this. That's all the healing that occurs. Let's do this. And then Darius. And then swing. Because we'll have decisive next turn, hopefully. I could also put the fucking Bone Club on something and then cast Darius on the open. Concussive palms are a problem. Okay, so there's a leveled Akshan, 2 mana remaining. Grappling Hook isn't available, Desert Duel isn't available, so that's just kind of there. So I'm just gonna go with this. Then buffing Akshan, targeting. I keep thinking this is Varus, and it's not fucking Varus. Ah! Is Lee Sin? I feel like Lee Sin is less good than Varus right now, but maybe I'm wrong about that. I think it's less good though, because the targeting is harder with Lee. Or the targeting, I think, goes faster. Sorry, I should say, than Lee Sin's level up condition. Generally speaking, maybe it's better though. Okay, so you're 5. How many units can I dump here? Decent amount. I think I am just gonna go with this though. Stun works on the 3/3 and still buffs everything. I don't hate it. We could have Bone Clubbed. Oh! I forgot that thing doesn't have fucking Overwhelm though. So that's actually a big mistake. I forgot it didn't have Overwhelm, so I needed to actually ping the spell shield off the Akshan, which I can do with the Troll Chant, never mind. And then we run into a counter spell. Run into a counter spell probably. But I have to try this. Or Concussive Palm. But I have to try this. I have to try and go for this. Yep, deny is what I expected, but it doesn't stop the Darius from hitting at least. Okay. Down to 3. No glaive targets at the moment. Darkened Bloodletters cannot be cast. I'm gonna just put the Bone Club on the fucking Darius. Or we could shared spoils into 5. Okay, glaive on an elusive is very annoying. Let's just do this. Pigeon is kind of lame. I'd never open with Pigeon. For some reason, I can never find the Pigeon unopened, which would be lovely, to be fair. Okay, that can only take 1 target. They can discount the horde almost enough to get it there. That's 3 damage to my face. Potentially lethal with the wrong combination, Momentous Choice, and some other buff spell. If there's Absolver and there's Momentous, then I die, which would be unfortunate. But right now, we might be able to live. If there's a Lee Sin that is found with the Predict, then we're fucking absolutely fucking dead. Then we are absolutely big dead. Okay. I have a 15-11 and a 5-5. And there's still that one quicksand to worry about, you know? There's still that one fucking quicksand to think about. So I have to dump hand here. I have to do that. Clock is running out a little bit. Please no Lee Sin, 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 please no Lee Sin. There's only 1 mana if there's a Lee Sin, so I mean, it's probably not the end of the universe, but still, it does have to be 2. Into 6 mana. Okay, there's Deep Meditation. Okay, so we're probably seeing Quicksand and we're probably seeing other things in there. Hopefully the Ancient Yeti will be enough to counteract that. Except there's Wuju Style. Wait, Wuju Style is only 5? Oh, but there's 2 Wuju Styles off of the fucking flow. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Yeah, Darius is not my deck. Darius is not my deck. I struggle with the mulligan. I feel like the mulligan is not straightforward as it should be. Or as it seems. I think it might also partially be bad luck. Because let me look at that Darius deck. Because it's, I think, a standardish, reasonably standardish version. Also, GG's! You feel the deck just loses? It's really good, though, right? Like, it was dominant in the meta for a while, and it's still... As far as I know, it's still, like, at least tier 1 or tier 2, right? Yeah. How did this... Yeah, I don't feel like there's consistency, because there's also, like, no draw. So I don't know how that's consistent. I also feel like, I mean, 2 Dariuses makes sense. But yeah, I feel like I can always do better with something like Jhin. Like, if I'm gonna go for Nox's Burn, I feel like Jhin Annie or Jhin Swain actually just feels better to me. Because I think it's also slightly just, there's so many ways that you can interact with any of these casts. Yeah, GG's and Karshus. Thank you for the matchup. I don't like this deck, I think. I don't like it. If you can do well with it, power to you, but I don't think I ever really want to play this again. I really like the idea of buffing things that are really basic but powerful, like Ballista. But it's just kinda awkward. I also don't love shared spoils. I think shared spoils is too situational, and I would rather just have draw. Like, I think whispered words over spoils would honestly just kind of feel better in a lot of cases. Here's the... Would Shunpo fit in there? No, I don't. I think Shunpo would be even worse. Like, it's a... I think the rally is a good idea, but at that point I think you might also want to just run Incisive Tactician, right? Because it's Shunpo for 5 as a slow spell with, like, some damage that you probably don't need. And then Incisive Tactician would at least be able to take the slot of, like, an Ancient Yeti. Which actually I don't hate the idea of, because you're probably hitting Reputation. Because I feel like Pension doesn't activate it. Rearguard might, depending on what you equip. Ruthless Raider might, depending on, again, what you equip to it or buff. So you should be able to hit Reputation reasonably fast. So maybe, yeah, I think maybe Tactician might help, but again, I think the problem is just draw. I feel like I can't get value at all. Hallowed Katarina, not the deck, just for reference. Yeah, so that one's weird. I'm actually, yeah. I'm gonna delete it, because I actually don't think I'm gonna play it again. That is a meta deck that I'm just gonna nix off the bat. Sorry, Darius! You were good for like half a second. You had your time in the sun in like a different server, and then it crossed over to NA for a week, and then I was like, that seems alright. And then I just didn't work. Never works. Too many Ancient Yeti bad experiences for that to feel good. It doesn't feel good. Aatrox, however, feels a little too good. That's just an orgasm in a deck. That Darius was just a cuck in a deck, unfortunately. But I think that's the end of our submissions. Queen, thank you for the reference deck lists. I will be checking those out. But for now, I think I shall leave you there. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. Thank you for the 1v1s. And thank you for just being here in general. Where am I? We are 403. I've already lost like 5 slots. But we're still plus 300. Or plus 297 from not missing out on seasonals. So that's great. Wait, deck request? Oh, shit! Sorry, Queen, you did give me one. Apologies. For some reason, I thought the 1v1 was the last thing. But yeah, I can do that now. I got so caught up in, like, bitching at Darius that I forgot that there was a deck in the queue. Let me import here. Yeah, don't play Darius is I think, my final conclusion to that. If you have played Darius and been successful, what is the mulligan for? Because I feel like Ancient Yeti, when I try and keep it, it's too expensive. I feel like when I tried to keep Iron Ballista, it ended up feeling too expensive. So is it literally just full mulligan for everything except Pigeon, Ruthless Raider, and I don't know, a bone club that you can cast, hopefully, at some point? Because the low end of the curve is also not great. Or it's not... I just feel like it's just not... never mind, I'll stop bitching about it. I hate it. I'm not playing it again. I've deleted it. It's out of my inventory. Make sure it has 2 Elise, Gwen, and Kindred. That's the revised version. Alright. New deck vibes. Let's check it out. Freljord, Shadow Isles. Yep, Queen, let's go. 2 Elise, Gwen, 1 Kindred. Yes, I think that's right then, right? Boisterous Host, Quiet as Shred of Darkness, Elise, Glimpse Beyond, Iceville Archer, Inner Beast, Phantom Butler, Prodigy, Darkened Spear, Vile Feast, 1 Foyer, 3 Gwens, 1 Kindred, so... we're probably going to be able to slay a couple of things. Hearthblood Mender, Spirits Unleashed, Eternal Dancers, 2 Aram, 1 Vengeance, and 1 Harrowing. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I'd really like the Shred of Darkness, actually, because that was hard. That was hard to deal with, but it is available in the colors, and for 1 mana, I feel like it's actually, like, a pretty decent deal. Oh, wait, nope. Not the right version? Never mind. Let me take this in, then. Wrong deck? Oh, I thought, but you said, but there was 2 Elise in it. I thought it was right. Import again. Why did it switch the, I don't know why it switched the card art. But sometimes it does that. Part 2, Boogaloo. Can I just put in Boogaloo? It does fit in the Boogaloo. Back here. Oh. And it made the fucking loadout absolute garbage. Why does it do that? Because sometimes it acts like it preserves your settings, and sometimes it acts like your settings have never existed ever in the game. I actually wonder what's going on with that. 2 Elise, Gwen Kindred? Oh, sorry, I thought you just meant, like, I wasn't sure about the other distributions. Okay, so yeah, just the change in the champions. I don't actually know, do you need 2 Kindreds? Because I feel like you can kind of go around with the other stuff depending on how situational you are with the Kindred. Because there's not a lot of active slaying, right? There's not a lot of active removal the way that some, like, Nessus Kindred decks do. That's Bard Kale. Ooh, they're gonna be casting Mahira and shit. I'm all for it. Please give me Mahira! We like a good Mahira. Pearson's probably not going to last for very long, but I do have Elise, who might be able to run into something like Nexus if there's a burn. Or Esmus. Harrowing is expensive. Thank you for coming back, except not really. You just chill. Ryan Kirk goes in. We can drain and make a spider soon. It trades with the 2-1, I'm assuming. Spirits Unleashed. Give me Elise.
I pull the strings.
Give me Spider Booba. Okay, yep. There's the going over the bird, as predicted.
We could use a bite.
They trade the bird. They do not trade empowered, I'm assuming, unless they're fucking morons. Yep. Okay. Can get rid of that, hopefully. Okay. Or I can, like, Butler and then Anaka something, which is also a little tempting. Hearthblood Mender is nice. Gives me a +1/+1. That's a Lunari Cultist. I would like to maybe try and take that away from them. Because then I can make Elise like a 2/5. You haven't equipped anything. That's fine. Don't give a shit. Anaka pass. Let me figure this out on my own, because I think I want to play it differently than you'll be inclined. So let me figure this out. Okay. Fearsome again. There's Inner Beast. Think Phantom Butler into the 1/3, and then we get potentially an extra spider. Elise. Okay, dies to a Sunburst here. I can't buff it out of that. You go. Oh, I could have equipped a Naka because the animations happen too fast. I was like, I don't have a Naka in hand because it resolved after the attack happened. I'll just make it a 3/3 later. We do have Spirits Unleashed. They're not doing much. I would have expected an Esmus by now at least, but they don't seem to have it. That's Bard, okay. We'll go with that. Hearthblood, yeah, we have, or, well, Eternal Dancers is a 4/7 by now. I can't just play cast that. Not terrible. So you get a +1/+1 onto the 1/2, which also just dies to things. Yeah, that also just kind of dies to things, so I don't know necessarily. I guess, well, if you don't open attack, then they do get a chance to respond with the gems out of it. But I'm just going to cast Eternal Dancers here, I think. Okay, so Hallowed is it nothing, because you're the first one we've cast. Or the first one we've cast that has died. So 2 procs over there. I mean, we're still open attacking. Yep, here we go. Buff, then Elise, then Spider. You're also a 3/4. Thank you very much. That's fine. Can't buff to kill Bard, but my Eternal Dancers gets to hang around for a second. Yeah! Okay. You're almost leveled, which is unfortunate. But at this point, I think we just cast Hearthblood Mender, and the Kale is not really doing very much. 1 chime, Bard levels. We're not... I don't think we're super worried about that, actually, to be fair. Kale is whatever. That does level. They've got not a lot at 1 though. It's an 8/4. Let's just do this, I think, because the Kale can't really bash into that. Unless you want to bash into that, I suppose. Okay, that's more what I thought. That's a little more what I was actually expecting here. Thank you very much. Okay. Inner Beast, Spirits Unleashed. That's 2 chimes over there. That's fine. If I do that, we might get rid of a unit that's a 6/10 into that. 5/10. Or 7/6 into a 4/6. I think I'm gonna still commit this because we get the buffs off of the Eternal Dancer swing if we pull this first. So I got Inner Beast in hand. Not fleeting. Thank you very much. 1 less blocker. I'm assuming they summon something. Bard is intimidating, but doesn't actually kill the Eternal Dancers here. Shroud doesn't matter. You are picking itself. You're picking Kale. You're picking Kale. That makes sense. I'm just gonna swing. Don't mind me. Yep, 7/10 into the Butler, into a 5/3 Butler. Missed the Elise, but that's okay. Kale's Divine Judgment on the Bard, which is blocking the 7/10, I presume? Yeah, it's blocking the 7/10, so we lose Eternal Dancers. Let me... Oh, I can also just buff it to save it, actually, because they have no mana. I can't interact with the Kale, unfortunately, but I think I am just going to save this, because we have a couple of blockers anyway. Yep, no thank you. Okay, so it's just Kale and Bard now. 17 chimes, no Meduli's cast, so they're not doubling. Bard can't really swing, generally speaking. Kale can, but I can also just kind of ignore her. So Lonnie is a 10/10. If I kill one of those, it becomes a 12/12, so that's annoying. We also just have Harrowing in a sec, though. And they are not going to be able to stop me from doing that, so I think that should be fine. I think that should be fine. I kind of want to give this regen. And then just block with the other stuff in front of the 10/10, because I think we can survive the rest of it. So let's buff that, then go Harrowing. You can kill these guys, that's fine. Yep. So that will be 12. I think we just kind of chump block the Kale and kill Bard, if we can. Chump, block. Down to 7. That's a 12/12 Zolani. I shall survive. I will survive. I am surviving. We have no rallies. That Zolani is not doing everything that it can just yet. I can also give this... I could give this another thing. And then do harrowing. What are your actual base stats? Boar stance, 2 spirits unleashed, Hearthwood Blender, plus the Anaka on it. It is normally a 3/6, so 3/8, 8, 10, 11, plus the Anaka, right? Low roll on no frostbite. Oh, yeah. That does kind of suck. I think I am just gonna buff this. We've given, I can do that, I guess. Our hallowed is at 2 now, so that's not the worst. So let's go with that. They don't have single combat, so we can buff that to something. You have regen now. We have enough mana for this. That's an 8/13. That's what I wanted. That's what I expected. Thank you very much. There's a Spuda. I don't care about the Spuda. I mean, I could cast the Spuda, but let's just do this. Yeah, let's just do that. So they can cast another Harazi. But I think we can also just win. I don't even necessarily need the harrowing on top of the dancers, but it is kind of funny. So you go, the fearsomes go, for shits and giggles. Elise makes a spider, but also herring pulls something, so this should be fine. Yeah, I think that's the most power that we're getting on attack. 10/13 with a 7/7. Unfortunately, it's a play effect, not a summon effect. Woe is us. Woe is me that my Hearthblood Mender cannot immediately just stack. That's -8. How many catalysts of eons you got? Not enough. Not enough and not enough mana. Got him. Got him. Despite Bloodweaver, we got him. Still nasty? Still pretty fucking nasty, I agree. That is kind of fun. I like it. You're right. Good shit. And so much mastery leveled up. 80 on everything. Fantastic. Spirits Unleashed is just a gross card that should be used more. I fucking love Spirits Unleashed. It has rapidly become like my favorite card, not gonna lie. Or one of my favorites at least. The champions are still at the top of the list for me. But now that I have actually achieved finishing all of my submissions, Queen, thank you for pinging me on that. I'm now going to officially head out for the evening. So once again, I'm going to do my spiel of thank you all for coming by the stream today. And let me go find somebody to raid out to here. Who we got in the category? Legends of Runeterra. Ba-doo-boo-boo. That's me. And we've got... How about... Oh, how about this person? They're trying out Legends of Runeterra, which is always kind of interesting to see a new person try this game. So I'm gonna send you all out. Thank you all again, and hope to see you in a future stream. Just an update on the schedule. I should be back to normal, so I won't be doing anything tomorrow. TFT Tuesdays is not really a thing anymore. So off tomorrow and Wednesday, back Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, Monday of next week. So hope to see you there for more, oh god, please maybe let me into seasonals, and also more viewer deck 1v1s and deck shenanigans. So hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and thank you all again. Good night, internet. Happy time zone to you.